Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shaq Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Four, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with running through front. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you current lace. Running back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Wednesday morning as we are live from our SRMC studios. Shout out to Southern Regional Medical Center as they house our show every single day. The team over here, Charles, Jason, BJ, Kevin, watched a little bit of baseball with them last night in Alec Box as the Tigers get a 15-5 win over Louisiana Tech. We'll obviously talk about that later on this morning. LSU was the favorite in that game. If you would have bet on them with our friends over at FanDuel, you'd have made a little bit of cash.
And the over.
It was 13.5 last night, and obviously 15-5. That's 20 runs. That would be over.
Well, the umpire had it.
It sure did.
Yeah,
You're safe.
Not only that, it was ball.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze this zone a little bit on you, Fontenot.
Oh, he was livid.
Oh, my gosh. It was tough. But it was a good win for the Tigers. They walk off La Tech in the 8th inning. 15-5, a run rule walk-off in Alec Box last night. But like we said, we are brought to you by FanDuel every single day. FanDuel Sportsbook brings you our show. Make sure you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app, or you go to the FanDuel Sportsbook website so you can sprinkle a little bit of cash on everything going on. Make sure to gamble responsibly, but there's so much happening with SEC baseball, SEC softball, and, of course, March Madness, men's and women's. This weekend is going to be a fun time, so make sure you enjoy it with our friends over at FanDuel. Lloyd, Wyatt, Christian, good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning. I'm excited to look more into and talk about, I guess tomorrow or in the next few days, this Will Wade smoke. It's building.
Funny enough, I figured, because we do have Jacques Doucet joining us in
papal.
a little...
People?
Papal.
No,
Waiting for it to turn white.
The papal estate.
The papal
The
estate.
smoke is building.
It's gray right now, but next coming days, the reports say.
I'm ready to see the chimney go up.
Jacques Doucet will join us at 8:30 this
Catholic
morning,
stuff.
so a little over 15 minutes. And so before that, because obviously he'll join us, he was at practice yesterday. I was at practice yesterday as LSU football started their first spring practice yesterday on the Ponderosa. Hey, we're going to all share the tag. Everybody can rock it every now and again. But
Everybody get tested.
there you go. He'll talk to us at 8:30 this morning about everything we saw yesterday. Obviously heard from Lane Kiffin. We've got sound from that as well. But Christian brought it up, and funny enough, that's what I wanted to start with before we talked to JD. And I guess Christian just read my mind. As Fonz asked,
Damn, Fonz.
who screwed up Chrissy's hair?
Fonz, it's a bad day right now, all right? I need a shower first.
What is going on over there? You look like
He's got the Caesar cut.
Yeah, dude, you're making the Cajun Gooners over here look bad.
Well, okay, you got to understand, I'm growing it back out. It's like right now, the front's not going to look great. And then, I mean, the side is obvious, like the color from the studio is not making the sides look great right now either.
Yeah, blame
in
the
person,
camera.
it looks better.
Nah.
But yeah, is it loud? The fan?
Yep.
Okay, kind of felt like.
But Christian brought it up, and I see it talking in the chat. The smoke has really started smoking the last couple of days, especially, I guess, last night, this morning. Look, we've talked about this for a handful of weeks at this point. We talked about it yesterday when Charles popped in before I had to head over to the Ponderosa. The LSU men's basketball head coaching position is very, very much talked about, and also not talked about all that much. And that to me is the sign right now. And that's what I said yesterday. If you want to go back and check it out, right before 9:30, when Charles asked my thoughts, I said, I think the fact that it's as quiet as it is means that Matt McMahon is not coming back. And like I said all last week and into this week, if it's not Matt McMahon, the head coach is going to be Will Wade, because you don't move off McMahon unless you can go get your guy. It's a one-name list. We've all been saying it for what? a month at this point
4 years.
that it's a one-name list. It's just like it was with football. I really can't get over how eerily similar this has played out to football. Where before the season, when we talked about going into the year for football, you had to make the college football playoff because you were investing $20 million. For basketball, you had to make the tournament because you were investing $9 million. You picked up the money, so there were no excuses. And you set a very much achievable goal. They didn't reach them, and it led to the firing of Brian Kelly and ultimately what I think will be LSU moving on from Matt McMahon. But also what happened was when Brian Kelly was fired and where it is right now with LSU men's basketball, there were one-name lists. For LSU football, there was only one name you could go get, and it was Lane Kiffin, to be able to inspire the confidence and the excitement that you've seen. And I saw yesterday on the practice field. With basketball, it's the same thing. If you want to be competitive, you have to have buy-in, you have to have financial support, and you need to get the fans excited. And there's only one name that does that. And so my take on it was if LSU was going to keep Matt McMahon, they would need to announce it, get in front of it, put all their stuff together, and really be able to get the fans on board with it if possible. And they haven't done that. It has been silent since LSU lost to Kentucky in the SEC tournament day number 1. And then with that, NC State loses in the play-in game. The last 4 in game against Texas at the buzzer, and you haven't heard much there either until NC State fans last night and this morning on social media have started to freak out a little bit. I think I included it in the document where a couple of those fans have really started to, I guess, get a little nervous and start to say a little bit of something. So in my opinion, like I've said over the last couple of weeks, it's one of two guys as LSU's head coach. It's Matt McMahon or it's Will Wade. You only move off of McMahon if you can get Wade. And as of right now, I think the reason you haven't heard anything on McMahon is because they are moving on. They are going the other direction, and I do believe this is the direction it's headed. You see here from Mr. Dave.
Dumbass Dave.
At KD Burner Vibes, where he's talking about Will Wade leaving, can't make this up, brought in crappy players and left. In the NC State, blah, 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 whatever. But you can just see, and if Lloyd, you want to click through, they're all freaking out. NC State insider said Wade LSU's a done deal, be ready for it. Corey Smith, who's been saying Will Wade's coming back, basically said it's a reliable source. They're just all kind of melting. Shout out to Will Rosenblatt, who posted this on Twitter. Kind of collected these beautiful tweets from some NC State fans. But this is the direction I believe it's headed. I think when you look at I don't hate that at all.
No, I mean, if you upset somebody, that means you wanted to keep them.
Yeah.
And the funniest part was I got a little bit of deja vu when I was looking at this.
Literally.
And once again, that's what I'm saying. It feels so similar to November. Like, it feels like we're back in November again, where with LSU football, it was the same story, same song, same situation. And now with basketball, it looks like it's going to be very, very similar, where LSU is going to go after the one name on their list. And like I told you, I think I said it last week when we talked about this. I said to pay attention to dominoes when they start to fall. They haven't started to fall yet. But when they begin, you will notice, you'll see, and I think if Matt McMahon is moved on from, when that announcement comes out, that ultimately means they know the direction they're headed, and so it's going to be very, very interesting to see it all play out over the coming days. Obviously, April 1st is the day we've been telling you to pay very, very close attention to over the last couple of weeks. When LSU lost to Kentucky in the SEC tournament, the first date I brought up was April 1st. Both Matt McMahon and Will Wade's buyouts decrease on that day. And so when money is the conversation, obviously a day like that, those things are very much important and in play. So it'll be fun and entertaining to watch over the coming days how this all plays out. But I do believe this is the direction it's heading. And if I'm going to be honest, I've figured this was kind of the way it was going to go for a minute now. And I'm very excited to see it all play out because it's going to be very, very entertaining, as you can already see from Twitter. So I personally think, if you want to, you can talk about sources and all those things. I just think you just look at the way it's playing out at LSU right now. It tells you all you need to know. As silent and as quiet as it is, usually when things are quiet, that means there are things happening, right? It means there's work being done. If they were sticking with Matt McMahon, in my opinion, they were keeping the status quo, they would need to come out and be public about it. They would need to announce it, get in front of it, instill confidence, and try to raise money if you can. Try to get into the fan base's good graces. But they haven't. They just haven't said anything.
It would be the PR 101 of, look, we're gonna what do they do? A vote of confidence for the guy that is currently on staff and currently your head coach to be. Look, there's a million ways to spin it. The easiest one is the one that's been done by the people that, if McMahon were to stay, he's just been dealt a bad hand 4 years in a row. If you let him get a healthy roster and the guys he's brought in, he's a great X's and O's guy. And first of all, great person. And if that's somebody you want to keep, let's have him have one more year. You had year 0. That was a great spin. Year 1, doesn't have the money. Year 2 doesn't have the money. Year 3 doesn't have the money. Put together year 4. That's a competent roster that he's put together. Go out and spend in the portal. Injury bug again.
Yeah. There are ways to spin it.
Mm-hmm. And you've heard none of that.
You haven't heard a thing, which to me, if you were going to be trying to win the fan base back over or make it okay to them, you would be trying to spin.
And if you check the timeline of the hires that have been made at LSU, this all lines up for one thing, right? There's a there's a lineage there of where you went to go get your president.
A lot of Cowboys.
A lot of cowpokes. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to round up and go wrangle their boy if that's what they want to have happen. And you've seen Jeff Landry, for better or worse, be kind of the head of the snake of all of this and go get the people that he wants. He's put people in position because this is not the first time they've tried to do this.
It was a year ago.
Where it was maybe blocked by a certain AD. AD gets replaced. And now you have the people in place to go make the move that ultimately I think LSU and the governor and the people now in power want to have done. This is something that was at the top of their agenda.
Well, and I think when you look at we talked about it a lot in that middle time between the Kiffin hire and the Kelly firing when there were all those things going on. And this person was on the microphone and said this, and all the political stuff around LSU started to stir up. That alignment, right, was the most obvious thing in all of this, right? When you go from the totem pole is governor, board of supervisors, president, athletic director, coaches, right? And you had a governor and a school president that was selected by the last board of supervisors under the last governor, and an AD that was all
one regime to
one
another.
regime and another. It was all mixed. Well, then you clear that out. Now you have all that aligned, and now you see the process of what happens after that. And it'll be very, very interesting to watch over the coming days, just kind of how it plays out, because these are this is the reality television show that is college athletics. This is the part that makes, I guess I would say, our job even more, the interesting part, where it's not, of course you can talk about games, you can talk about scores and stats and all those things, but the part that people don't realize is how dramatic these things actually are. Just go back to November and relive that month, the 2 months, November through December. I mean, that was as dramatic as it can get, and this won't be to that level, because LSU football snagging the Ole Miss head football coach in the middle of a playoff run is just
peak.
It's just, I mean, you couldn't script anything more dramatic than that. But this will be just, as you could see from those tweets, will be just as dramatic. And I think, like I said, I think LSU has had a one-name list this whole time. And when they've made the decision that it's time to move on from Matt McMahon, which I feel like they have because of how quiet they've been about it, that's the direction they're going to head. And I think it's what's best for LSU basketball, because if you want to have a competitor, if you want to have that PMAC pack, because this is the thing. The PMAC is old, It's not the best environment. Like the arena's not very nice. It's kind of dirty. The facilities aren't great. You are very much behind in the basketball realm. I was in the PMAC on Sunday. That's as good of an atmosphere as you can have at a sporting event is what it was for LSU versus Texas Tech in a round of 32 game. Right, I was in the PMAC for LSU women's basketball versus Texas in January. And it was as good of an atmosphere as I've ever been a part of in the place. So no matter how old the arena is or bad the facilities are, what do you have to do?
Win.
You have to win. And when you win, that place will be awesome. And so regardless of what it is, bring in a winner. Bring in a competitor. And have some fun with it. And I think the excitement that Will Wade brings is the number one reason why you get him. There's obviously the relationship and the desire for him and the fact that he did a good job while he was here, got you to the tournament every year. But the excitement and the buy-in that he can bring is what sets him apart from anything else. Because there are other good coaches out there. There are plenty of talented head coaches that you can go get. I mean, teams do it every year where they find the diamond in the rough. I mean, Will Wade was that at one point. He was at VCU. And LSU swung and went and got him. And he ended up being a very good basketball coach.
He was looking at the same situation he's walking into now.
Right. And the reason why he's different than other candidates is because he brings a level of buy-in no one else can. And buy-in is what this program needs, both emotionally, but more importantly, financially. You have to pay to win. I don't think that's a secret anymore. If you want to win, you have to have the best players, and the way to get the best players is to sign the check and slide it across the table.
Make a damn strong offer.
A handful of those have been made. And so it'll be interesting to watch. It'll be a fun couple of weeks here.
Strong-ass offer.
It'll be a fun couple of weeks in front of us here. As we'll continue to keep you updated on all of it. Like I said, Jacques Doucet will join us 8:30 this morning as we were on the Ponderosa yesterday watching LSU football practice. And the Tigers got out there in the first time under Lane Kiffin. It was cool to see. Very, very fun to watch. And we'll take a quick break and come back with JD as we talk a little bit of LSU football right after this.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we close out hour number 1 here on this Wednesday morning, and we are joined by the legend himself, Jacques Doucet, the sports director over at WAFB, joins us to talk a little LSU. JD, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Noah. Beautiful day in South Louisiana. Good to be with you.
I appreciate it. It was a beautiful day yesterday as well, walking out on the Ponderosa. The weather was excellent.
Outstanding, yeah, no doubt. I think when I parked, I looked at the thermostat. It said 65 degrees. I said, well, we can tack on about 30 to that if we're able to come out in August. If he allows us to practice in August. But yeah, it was beautiful day. I mean, this is in many ways this is the best time of the year in South Louisiana. I looked at the 10-day. I don't think there's not even a 10% chance of rain in the next whatever days, and warm days, everything getting green, sun going down later in the day, crawfish boils, baseball, softball, March Madness. It's hard to beat.
Yeah, it's the best. But speaking of spring practice getting started yesterday, Sam Leavitt was out there, and in my opinion, I was a little surprised maybe how much I knew he was going to be able to throw, but there were some portions where he was moving around a little bit more than I thought. What did you see from the LSU quarterback yesterday, and maybe the quarterback room overall, Leavitt, Longstreet, and Clark as well?
They were on the field farthest away, so typically, like in the past, they would do work on the field we walk in on, so it took a little while to figure that all out, and can we walk here and can we walk there, and so able to get some shots. But yeah, he was throwing, he was jogging and moving back and forth, as Coach Kiffin said in his presser after the practice. He's not Leavitt's not going to be doing a whole lot of team stuff as they try to get him going. The other two guys, I think, are certainly talented quarterbacks that can step in and do a job if needed. But certainly I think one of the biggest storylines with this team is Sam Leavitt, his foot, how quickly can they get him back up and running and ready to go for September the 5th when Clemson comes into Tiger Stadium? But, certainly I think the music was louder at practice, I think, than in years past. And some guy was barking out instructions over an amplified system in terms of when they would shift and go to different drills and whatnot. I think somebody pointed out to me they look like they had a lot more speed at wide receiver, which I think if you take a look at the guys they got from the portal, a lot of them average 15 yards per catch or more. So I think they're looking to obviously stretch the field. But Leavitt's he's your most expensive piece from what you hear. He's the most important piece. Nothing changes there. You go, you win and lose as your quarterback goes, and certainly we saw that last year with LSU.
What did you think of the structure of the practice yesterday? Obviously, it was the first time getting out there and watching Lane Kiffin run LSU football program, seeing the coordinators and the assistants out there working, and Lane Kiffin and his role as well. What were your thoughts?
Well, I think we got to see 5 individual periods. I think from what I have heard, at least from one prominent player, part of last year's team, his family, Mom, they are working us like dogs. So they're tired. When they're going to bed at night, they're sleeping. I think that, I know it's easy to say this. We always kind of say this when a coaching change is made, but I think they're certainly being held more accountable. I think that perhaps over the last year, 2, 3 years, guys would maybe miss a workout and it would go undetected. That's not happening now. They all have to show up to their workouts, and they're being punished if they don't. I thought that, from what I could see yesterday, it's a well-oiled machine. It looks like a winning practice. Kiffin was standing with the offensive players, kind of standing there and just kind of observing things. I mean, we didn't see him really, unless I missed it, we didn't really see him get engaged and coach, and there's nothing odd about that. But I think that it looks pretty good. I think that the players are being held accountable. I think they're working hard. The staff, they continue to add layer upon layer of the staff. Somebody I talked to yesterday who works over there said we're running out of room to put people in football ops. you have to be digging out cubby holes and bunk beds and stuff to make everyone fit in there. But I've just never seen all in like this, and just it naturally creates pressure. It just seems like what they've invested in players, coaches, staff to make the move to get Brian Kelly out and so forth. 2026 is going to be something to watch.
So they're all taking their vitamins and taking their quizzes again this year.
Vitamins and what else, Lloyd?
And the quizzes that they had to take under the first year of Brian Kelly's tenure, where it's like, oh, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's keeping them accountable, and apparently that faded as Brian Kelly faded. But to see 75 people added to the staff and a new energy, the music being a little bit louder, a little bit, I guess, an influx of a younger coaching staff, I would imagine. And Noah was big on Kevin Smith, and you could see the energy from him in the running back room. Did you see a little bit of that whenever you were out there, just in a small tidbit that you were able to receive?
Yeah, I mean, certainly where we were allowed to stand and be, we were right there by the running back. So naturally, we got a lot of great video of Kevin Smith coaching the running backs and working with those guys. Obviously, Harlem Berry and Caden Durham, you got those two veterans back. You've added some guys out of the portal as well. And somebody told me at one point, he said something like, I don't know what the previous guy taught you, but you can do X, Y, and Z. Certainly the previous guy, Frank Wilson, who's now at Ole Miss, was coaching the running backs. But, yeah, it all starts from the top. I mean, when your head football coach is appearing at the St. Patty's Day post parade with his hat on backwards, walking on stage with Boosie, I mean, that is definitely a different feel and different vibe than Brian Kelly. And I think that he has obviously, Kiffin, made every effort to engage in events, concerts. He's always, it seems like he may have stock in the Texas Club before it's all said and done. He's spent a lot of time over there. Congratulations, Mark and Mike Rogers, doing a great job with these big concerts in town when live music is struggling in a lot of places. But he made it clear in his press conference so too. He said, "Look, don't get it twisted. I'm going out. I'm going to parades. I'm going to festivals and whatnot. But the number one goal and why we're all here is to win football games, and we have a relentless pursuit for greatness," or whatever the quote was. So. I'd like to ask him a question, halfway serious, halfway joking. When do you sleep, and how much do you sleep? Because it seems like this guy is burning his candle at both ends.
Yeah, and you bring up the press conference. I thought it was another good one from him yesterday. What were some of your key takeaways from what he said after the first spring practice yesterday?
Well, just what we all kind of know, that it's talented on paper. They've gotten the guys out of the roster that they wanted to get, but they're a long way away from being a cohesive football team. That there's not much that they can really evaluate when the guys are just wearing helmets. I mean, obviously they're not in pads yet. Trying to think what else throughout the press conference. I think he talked about Seaton, the big offensive lineman, losing a lot of weight and getting into better condition. Let's see, who else did he talk about? Trey Green has elite, ultra elite. Is that the way he put it? Ultra elite talent, and then great attitude and leadership as well. It's just and then too. I mean, this is just a left turn, but it's interesting. I mean, I live in what I would consider to be a nice neighborhood. I've worked the same job 25 years. I'm probably living over my means to be in this neighborhood, to be honest. My dad's a contractor, helped me build my house. There are a number of LSU football players living in my neighborhood now. That is certainly a different aspect of things when it comes to NIL and it comes to players. I mean, you got guys 18, 19, 20 years old living in homes that are $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. It's a new world, and it's definitely, you can tell by the cars driving up and down the street who's a football player and who's not. So And that's all good, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just everything. It used to be I get drafted in the NFL. I'm going to get my parents out of the hood. I'm going to take care of my mom. All that stuff now is taking place at 17, 18 years old if it wasn't taking place before under the table. But, yeah, that has nothing to do with what you asked me, I don't think. But I thought it was a good press conference. I think we all kind of see that he's one guy on social media. He enjoys being
Right.
having a great personality, being outspoken, and then you put him at a podium, he's not as comfortable, but I think he's doing a good job at the press conference.
No, I agree. One question or answer specifically I wanted to ask you about was at the end. He brought up the defensive line and how he had spoken to them about maybe having to get on them, about them being a little behind or not catching up with the tempo and them struggling in that standpoint. And to me, I thought that was one of the answers he was maybe the most transparent with. That was maybe a little less coach speak and more, this is actually what's going on. What did you take away from that answer?
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I think it's going to be fascinating to watch Lane Kiffin and Blake Baker work together. I think these guys are obviously two young, great minds. They are very different people. And certainly I think he said that, I think in one press conference he said the defense was not elite last year, but it was pretty good for what they had and the circumstances they were dealing with. So I would think that is kind of a different answer, right? Typically your defense is ahead of your offense when you start practicing and so forth. But I did get some video, and I think I posted it on Twitter, of the defensive linemen that they're working with there in the trenches, and I think there's some impressive bodies and certainly some young guys that are looking to contribute right away. So I think they're probably better at the position than they were before. Certainly interesting that Kyle Williams was patched in there for 1 year and gone, and then Bo Davis the year before, right? He only stayed 1 year, so it's been musical chairs at the LSU D line spot. And so we'll see if they can settle in and keep a guy for more than a year.
Yeah, I hope so. To turn the page to women's basketball, obviously I think you're headed to Sacramento today, correct?
Yeah, I got a flight this afternoon, not out of New Orleans, thank God.
Good call.
And yeah, I should be there late tonight. But, trying to figure out, traveling solo, trying to figure out how to get these cameras and batteries and tripod and editing equipment and clothes and all the things, live view, all the things we need to do our job from here to there. So it's the best job in the world. But sometimes when people say have fun, it's traveling sometimes is challenging. But I appreciate our station, sending me out there and committing to it, because it's a big deal. But yeah, heading to Sacramento, the LSU and Duke will both have press conferences and like an open portion of their practice on Thursday in Sacramento before playing a very late tip at 9:00 Baton Rouge time Friday.
And speaking of the women's basketball team, what did you see this weekend? Obviously, they blew out both Jacksonville and Texas Tech in the PMAC. And Sunday, what was an electric atmosphere for Flau'jae Johnson's last performance at home. What have you seen from that team as they head to Sacramento as well?
Well, certainly they couldn't have played much better. I don't know if there's such thing as a perfect game, but to hold a team below 50 points, which I believe was Texas Tech's low for the season. We've seen this from LSU basically 4 years in a row. When they host those first two rounds, they're 8-0, and they've won those games by an average of 89-54. So I remember last year they played Florida State. They blew them out by 30 to go to the Sweet 16. So when that crowd begins to get rolling, LSU begins to get rolling, the opposition has a hard time. And LSU, combined with how well they played, with the fact that in the women's game, there's still a pretty big chasm between your top 5-10 teams and everybody else. I mean, Monday night, I tried to watch some of the games to be entertained. UCLA, that was a laugher. They destroyed their opposition. South Carolina did the same. South Carolina played Southern, beat them by almost 70 points. I mean, you don't see that in the men's game. You don't see scores like that. So there's still a big separation of the score. But I thought LSU was fantastic. I thought Michaela Williams was fantastic. Flage, I don't think, had a boring bucket. Every shot she made seemed to be some on the run, fast break, up and under, hand in her face, whatever. The crowd was lively to every bucket she made. Great moment taking her out of the game, hugging Kim Mulkey. The team, I just love Zakiya Johnson. She's fantastic. I think that, she's going to be, she's got that last name Johnson. She joked about it and joked that Flage said, don't take that last name seriously, as jokingly, as I move forward here. And you're here for hopefully the next 3 years. But all in all, just a terrific performance. You hope that they can put that in their suitcase and bring it with them to Sacramento. I know they're already there. They left yesterday, so they got a few days to get used to the time zone, the arena, everything, to hopefully play their best game against Duke on Friday. And Vegas knows, LSU was a 51.5-point favorite against Jacksonville. I said, holy cow, and they covered. And then I was kind of like, well, what's the spread going to be Sunday? 10? And I looked at it was 25.5, and I was like, wow. And they covered it easily. And now I think they're an 8.5-point favorite over Duke on Friday. So obviously they're expected to move on. And then if they are able to beat Duke and things hold up the way we expect, they're going to have a mountain, literally, going up against Lauren Betts and UCLA, who I think has only lost one game the entire season. But if you want to go to the Final Four, that's the kind of team you got to beat.
100%. No, it's going to be exciting. Last one before we let you out. Will Wade, LSU, it seems like the smoke is picking up on the NC State side. I think they had somebody put out maybe a report or a message board somewhere that said it's a done deal on their end, and their fan base is freaking out, kind of giving me a little bit of deja vu, taking me back to November. But what are your thoughts on that situation and where it currently stands? As obviously LSU's been very quiet since the men's basketball team lost to Kentucky in game number 1 of the SEC tournament.
Well, Monday we went to the LSU gymnastics viewing party for their NCAA regional. I then walked out the building to go over to the basketball building because I had an interview with Kaylin Rice, the LSU women's assistant coach, and there, standing there, is Matt McMahon having a conversation with one of his staffers, and go up to him. He smiled. He was nice and friendly, as he always is, and obviously on that day still had a job. And but not coming from McMahon, coming from somebody else on that same day, said, this is really weird what's going on out here. We don't know what's going on. I think it's safe to say that the people on the staff are not 100% sure if they're coming back next year or not, and are waiting to see what happens. It would be interesting to see. I mean, LSU, they haven't played a game since they lost in the SEC tournament to Kentucky. Usually when you fire a coach, you do it within 24, 48 hours. We saw with North Carolina, they quickly moved on from their head coach after they lost. So, you hear different things about Verge Osberry and his relationship with Will Wade. How good is it? And then, you also hear things about who is really in control here in terms of making a move to fire Matt McMahon and then hire Will Wade. Is it Verge? Is it the powers that be that they brought over from McNeese? And then just the bottom line of what appetite is there to do this, and is the juice worth the squeeze, so to speak? We've already talked about football and how much money they've got invested in all that stuff. We haven't talked about Scott Woodward. I mean, $6 million is not chump change. They fired him, got to pay him out. And so if you make the move and you've got $11 million to get rid of Matt McMahon, his staff, you've got to hire the next head coach. And, oh, by the way, if you don't invest in your roster, you're going to be worse next year than you were this year. So you got to have money to do that. So I just think that there's a lot of things at play right now. And I'm like you. I did sense does seem like there's a disturbance in the force, so to speak, this morning, more than previous days. It has been dead quiet. Haven't heard anything on that front. Verge was at the women's game sitting courtside this past weekend. And so I think everyone, I think for the most part, likes Matt McMahon. I think some people still feel like he hasn't been given what he needs to win, but other people look at the job he's done and say he's not a good coach, and it's time to make a move. So, I think I'll have to, once I get off the phone with you here today, have to do some digging and calls and see what's going on over there. But it does seem like there are a lot more trimmers this morning than in previous days.
And last one, whenever it becomes, if this is what happens and Will Wade comes to LSU, does this put more of a target on the LSU back whenever it becomes Lane Kiffin, Will Wade, Kim Mulkey, Jay Johnson as probably public enemy number one in terms of what you've done to different fan bases?
Well, it'd be unprecedented, Lloyd. I'd have to think. I don't know of a coach at LSU who was fired and brought back. I mean, I'd have to, do my research or go through it. But off the top of my head, I mean, I don't think that's happened. I mean, you've only had in the last 50 whatever years, you've had Dale Brown, John Brady, Trent Johnson, Johnny Jones, Will Wade, Matt McMahon. Those are your only coaches there. And so just think it's to get back together with your girl that you split with, and a lot of fish in the sea. But this was the one that was really right and the only one that really worked in the last whatever. So we're going to go that route again. But we interviewed him a couple years ago, as I talked about, and I think he had a feeling that every day when he woke up, there were two teams he had to beat that day. The team he was playing that night and LSU. And I think at the time, or when he was at LSU, that there was a feeling that LSU didn't care about men's basketball, and the only person that cared about men's basketball was seventh on the depth chart below Scott Woodward in terms of people of power and so forth. And he even maybe felt like, hey, we had gotten to the point where people were going to start griping about, well, why can't you make it past the Sweet 16 or the second round, and to make that next step, it's going to take an investment and people that really care about men's basketball. It's kind of like, when you try to lose weight, right? Some people, they go to the gym, the first 20 fall off pretty quickly, but then when you want to lose the next 5, 10, it takes a lot more work. I think it's similar to trying to move on in the NCAA tournament and be a power. And how much do people around here care about men's basketball too? I think that apathy's never been higher. They're going to have to, it's the chicken and the egg. They're going to have to win and get some excitement going for people to care about men's basketball again. So there's a lot to digest and see what happens there. But LSU's never boring. We all know that. That's for sure. Well, JD, we appreciate you making some time for us. Safe travels to Sacramento, and we'll talk to you again next week. Okay, sounds good, guys. Thank you. Thank you. There he is, the sports director over there at WAFB, the best in the business, Jacques Doucet, who covers LSU for WAFB 9, is headed over to Sacramento for some LSU women's hoops as they're in the Sweet 16 Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, late night. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us this morning. Don't forget about our friends over at CAS Roofing and Advising, CAS Roofing and Advising. I know there was some wind, and obviously there was some sleet. That didn't mess with your roof too much, but there was some wind a couple weeks back. If you've got any missing shingles, or you found out there was some damage to your roof, or if there was a leak that you found out with some of that rain, call 225-489-1410 to call CAS Roofing and Advising. They'll send someone out there to hop up there, check it for you, to make sure you're safe, make sure you're taken care of. Storm season is in front of us, and so you want to make sure you get your home taken care of before that starts. And the best way to do that is to call 225-489-1410 at CAS Roofing and Advising. Tell them you heard it here at Tingle & Co. They'll come out there, check out your roof. If you need a new one, they'll take some pictures of the reasons why. They'll show it to you. They'll let you know the process and walk you through it step by step. And if not, if your roof is in good condition, they'll also let you know and allow you to have the peace of mind at night that you are safe under your roof. So we'll take a quick break here. We'll come right back with more Tingle & Co. right after this.
Up to 130 miles an hour, and it is a Class 3 shingle. A lot of architectural shingles are not even in a class. Their manufacturer did not pay for those classifications to Really what it does is help protect your roof better, but also it gets you great discounts on your insurance. If you let them know what type of shingle it is, they will ask what class it is. There's a class 4 and beyond other than that. Let's see what the color is. This is Morning Harvest. It's a beautiful color, matches the brick. This is the customer took about 2 days looking at different options and things like that. And you can see it getting installed right now with a beautiful California cut going on. We got all of our nails around our pipe by our guy, Junior, right here. Junior, say hey. Hey. And yeah, man, this is what we do. We offer some other different classes of shingles. This is Atlas Pinnacle Pristine. We highly recommend this one. This is the one that we put on routinely. We love this shingle. We love Atlas, and we love you. Take it.
All right, excited to be out there today. You know, a lot of work since we've got here has gone into obviously building the roster, but all the things around the program. And so to go out there day one today, to finally be able to be out there in a practice format was great. You know, kind of had a moment before too of, you know, just reminding myself of how grateful I am to be here, appreciative, but also the responsibility level that I have coming here to LSU, to the people of Louisiana, the great players, the coaches that have been here before. So, you know, I don't not understand that. And that was pretty cool just thinking of that as I walked out on the field today. And I thought our guys' energy level was high. I thought their excitement was there. Now we have a lot of work to do. You know, said that the first day that we got here, and now that we're into practice format, you know, things don't happen overnight. You know, it takes a lot of work to get a program up to an elite performing program level. And so we're making some first steps, but there's a ton of work to do. And like I said before, we've assembled a good roster, you know, but at the same time too, you know, there's a ton of work that goes into that to get program back up to where everybody around here wants it to be, and why the reason that we came here. You know, it was 7-6 last season. So within that comes change. Within that comes a lot of work, because that's a long jump to go to the level that I came here to get at, and all the people around the program want to be at. So it was good today. A lot of guys moving around out there, different evals, but again, we're in helmets. So, you know, we don't make major evaluations off of this because it's not everything that goes into evaluating and ranking our players. So, but like I said, I think we put together a good roster of some good talent in a number of positions, but that's a long ways away from being a really good team.
Page offensively this spring.
Yeah, again, that's a lot. Like we just talked about the transition of a program from where it was at, and then, now more than ever, your roster turnovers around the country for new programs are extremely high. Ours was really high as well. So there's a lot into that, especially offensively, a new system coming in, and then a ton of movement from the previous roster, whether it was leaving or whether it was going off to the NFL with a number of good players that left. And so we got to come in and we spend a lot of time. I kind of said to Michael walking down, like, guys, don't mistake because, you see me doing things around the community or a parade or Mardi Gras or a concert, that there isn't relentless pursuit of greatness here and effort and the way that we work and the amount of time spent in this office. And that, in my opinion, that's the only way to do it. And it's especially the only way to do it nowadays because you have to do so much so fast with so many new pieces. And like you mentioned, offensively, all the new coaches coming in, all the new players, were defensively, there's a number of carryover and a number of coaches and scheme being the same.
All right, welcome back here. Hour number 2
Moving
on
and
this
shaking.
Wednesday morning. We appreciate all of you hanging out with us. Funny enough, LSU had spring football practice yesterday. And other than the couple of questions there with JD back and forth, we haven't talked about it all that much. Lane Kiffin also met with the media. You heard a couple of his answers in the presser there during the break. We appreciate you guys sticking with us through the break.
You can't refuse.
It was fun to see. It was fun to be back on the Ponderosa yesterday. Weather was excellent. Like, I don't want to get too old man, but walking out there, it's so much different spring football than fall camp.
Think about the cohorts you're hanging out with.
Of course. Fall camp, it is brutal out there. I mean, it's worse, obviously, for people on helmet and pads, but it is hot. And yesterday, weather was pristine, and the energy in that place was awesome. And obviously, you don't want to put too much stock into these throws and these plays, and these are the guys and these spots. Like, I don't know how many of the people starting on the first team line yesterday. Now, I do believe if I were to put together an offensive line for week number 1, I do think the guys that were out there at the first group have a very, very good chance at being that 5. From left to right, it was Seaton, Harper, Moore, Ba, Davis. And I wasn't, I wouldn't be surprised if that was your starting 5, week number 1. But, you don't want to put too much stock into a lot of those things. What I will say, the part that stood out to me the most was the tempo and the pace and the energy in that place. It was just different. Like, it was literally it was different. We've funnily enough, my first spring camp was 2021. Was the first time I got O's last spring. Was the first time I got to get out to a spring practice and cover that fall as well. And so I got 1 spring practice of O. I've had 4 of Kelly, or 3 or 4, however many it's been. And then now this was day number 1 of Kiffin. And you can obviously say, I could say it's been different every time. But yesterday was different. It was much different than the past 4 years of what we've gone out there and watched. And I thought the tempo was the most, not surprising because I think everyone expected, but it was just the most different. We walked in, right? You walk into practice and the music is blaring.
The music was awesome.
They had music at all the practices. Like, that's not a new thing to play music while they're practicing. Mm-hmm. The music was loud. And it was different. It was like, you had a couple of YB songs here. You had Zach Bryan playing. Obviously, Zach Bryan's in Tiger Stadium on Saturday. You had Chainsmokers on. Like, it was all these different, Bon Jovi. Like, it was just the playlist. I don't know who curated it, but it was a pretty good one. But it was loud. They had, instead of, it used to be a horn for each station to change. It was, and they changed station. Now it's on the over the PA speaker, loud of somebody talking loud. Like, it's loud, it's hype, the energies, and like JD said, so they're working their tail off. I mean, it was intense. The tempo was high, and it's just different than what you're used to. I will say, from a football standpoint, the part that stood out to me the most was Sam Leavitt. The quarterback room in general, I mean, this is a very, very talented. And, of course, it's different when there's defenses and there's, defensive linemen running at your face and corners and all those things. But just watching them throw the football, they're all very, very physically gifted. They can all sling it. Husan Longstreet might have the strongest arm out of all 3 of them. I think he does. I mean, he can sling it. He's got a delivery that's he brings it down to his hip, and it's kind of 3/4. Like, it is a kind of a funky delivery, but he's like 19 years old, right? And he's going to be he's going to have time to develop under Kiffin and this staff. Sam Leavitt threw it very well. I thought moved around great. I was just surprised to get out there and not see him with a brace on or any extra, pad. Like, there was nothing on his foot or his ankle or any of that, like, he just looked like he was healthy. It didn't look like a quarterback coming off of a Liz Frank surgery back in November. And he looked good. And it was cool to see him out there. This was obviously one of the most impressive plays of the day. Leavitt drops back, throws one to right. Phillip Wright, the lone returner, Goes up, one-handed snag. You can see Kiffin standing there watching. But put him in motion, a little corner route, on the money, go up and get it. Pretty impressive. From the lone returning wide receiver, and that's the next group I'll talk about. This wide receiver core, like I said, haven't seen them in too much. They were just out there running and catching, physically gifted. The one that I think caught my eye the most, because there's a handful of them. I think, what's Kansas State, Jace Brown?
Jace Brown.
He's going to be very, very talented. Roman Mothershed, the guy from Troy. Can I get the measurables on Mothershed?
I know he's 6'5".
Yeah, he's 6'5", 200-something pounds. He's going to be a player. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the ones where this is their specialty, right? Kiffin called it his specialty in his second presser, was identifying the talent, finding talent. I think this is going to be one of those guys that is part of that type of that aspect of it, of identifying talent. But it was good to see him out there. Kevin Smith was my MVP of the day. You want to talk about energy and tempo, Kevin Smith is the epitome of it. And the most impressive part was there was one point where they're running through the pads, the running backs are, they're all protecting the ball and they're running through the pads, and he's telling them to keep their eyes up. And he ends up going through it himself, no pads, no nothing. Like Kevin Smith just walks through the pads and awesome. Looks like, he could still throw the helmet on and play. And to me, and this is the one point I wanted to make about Smith, he comes in as your running backs coach, associate head coach, and in my opinion is going to be one of the most closely watched position groups and position coaches because of how important running backs are to a Lane Kiffin offense and how lacking running the ball has been at LSU the last couple of years. They haven't been able to do it. And so you're going to have such a close eye on that. And I think the discussion with Kevin Smith always kind of lived around Kewan Lacey, right? His name, those two names came up so often with one another. And my thing with Kevin Smith is you're going to find out who you've got. You weren't hiring Kevin Smith to bring Kewan Lacey here. It was not hey, we're only going to get Kevin if he brings Lacey. You were bringing in Kevin Smith to bring running backs back at LSU and to get that room effective. And I think the way that happens is right here. This guy, number 29, number 22, and the other guys they filled this room with. That's how you know how good your running backs coach is. He didn't come here to be the Kewan Lacey's coach. He came here to be LSU's running back coach and to build that room. And I'm so excited to see what he builds this room into, because if he can make him look like him, I mean, this guy looks like he can throw the pads and the helmet on and still get out there. That's how you know you've got the guy.
Did it before. UCF, Dark Horse Heisman, then went to Detroit and played for 5 years. Like, Kevin Smith is a dog.
And I think that's the part I'm most excited about is if he brings Kewan Lacey, it's great, right? Like, it's awesome. The guy had 20-something touchdowns. He's a Heisman finalist, whatever. But you know Kewan's going to be good. Kevin Smith is about to prove his worth in turning the guys in the room and the ones they've added into dogs. And I'm excited to see how he can pull that off and what it looks like over the coming weeks of spring practice.
And you said during that time that there was he coached someone in particular very hard, and I think that shows what the potential is for one Harlem Berry, because all eyes are on Harlem, and this is you're my project. And
the physicality is going to be key.
Well, whenever you're the one that's probably yelled at the most, that means you're the one I expect the most out of.
Of course. If you get it the worst, that means you're probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it was yesterday. There were a few key things he said with Harlem. It was physicality. It was those sorts of things. With Caden, funny enough, we talk a lot about his vision. It was, hey, pads down, eyes up. Mm-hmm. And so it was cool to watch.
Too slow.
And I tell you one thing, he didn't care who, like you can see in that video, we are right up on the pads. Like they were on the field, so they let us get in that end zone to watch. And then Kevin Smith on the station change was like, we're going here, and just walked right through the media. And so then Bonnet was like, hey, yeah, y'all back up. We were like, we are. Like we're getting back.
Shoot him, meet him in the hole.
But I mean, like he wasn't worried about any of that. He's coaching. He was in the zone. It was fun to watch. And it was very, very exciting to get out there. And then obviously the press conference yesterday, I thought Lane did a great job. Were there any answers that stood out to you guys in the presser yesterday?
I think he's very – you guys talked about this last time he did a press conference. He's very intentional about what he says. Like if he gets a question, he kind of spins it into what he wants to talk about, even if it's not necessarily close to what the question is. I think when he talked about – he got the question about Tradez, I think. And when he started talking about the ultra elites on the team, that I feel like that was the answer that kind of went viral yesterday. And he kind of put Jordan Seaton and Ty Benefield in that group, which I think a lot of people probably weren't expecting Ty Benefield. Even me, like I'm one of the biggest Ty Benefield fans there are, and I didn't expect him to be in that group. So very excited about him. And then he mentioned Witt at the end. He kind of threw him in there as well. So that kind of stood out to me because we talk about it with baseball. Like your guys have to be your guys. So when your best players have it physically and then also mentally the way Lane talked about, I mean, that's massive for this football team.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I thought that answer was awesome. Lloyd, was there one that caught your ear?
Well, no, just going off of what he said, it's him going out of his way to mention defensive guys because when you think Lane Kiffin, you think offense, but he knows what he's looking at. And to kind of a little bit what JD said, be like they being LSU, like weren't elite defensively. It's like, well, held you to what? 24 points.
Like, in the year before?
Right, yeah. You've struggled against the Blake Baker defense. So, but it is interesting to see how they're going to, like when you say the ultra elites, like he's not shy about mentioning who the best players on this football team are because there's no point in hiding it. Whenever he talks about you can't be, but his buddy asked a three-parter, which is, unprecedented to be able to get three in there. But talk
if anybody can do it, it's the
and then Lane said at the end he teased him, and then he was like, "Oh, that's a great question." At the end, that was funny.
I told you I'd forget.
Yeah.
But to talk about like the physicality and how this roster is constructed, and he loves to go back to the NFL model of we can't be physical because there's no depth like you have in the NFL, but. He's like, I'm paying these guys. We're paying these guys, so we can't afford for them to be hurt because it's not the same way. I don't have a practice squad, and you can't stack depth the way that you were able to when he's quick to mention the Alabamas and Nick Saban or Kirby Smart at Georgia because he knows that was a cheat code, and he's never had that. And now the game has tilted in his favor of, I'm not able to stack the – well, now we're on an even playing field if we're all up here.
Yeah.
And so if we have NIL money – this is what we'll be able to do. We're top heavy for sure. So my priority, keep these guys healthy. I don't care. Like the physicality will come whenever you play and let the chips fall where they may. But I have the best roster probably that LSU's had since the NIL era.
Yeah. I thought part of that answer that he said that was interesting. He basically kind of alluded to the fact that teams aren't as tough as they used to be because you can't practice.
Came at you at waves.
He literally said like. You can't get to that level of toughness because you can't practice as much because you're paying these guys so much, and you can't practice because you don't want them to get injured. So you literally have to be like somewhere in the middle. I thought that was an interesting point, just as someone who enjoys listening to coaches talk and like their philosophies on building a team.
Well, I mean, to that point, you saw it in basketball,
right?
Like, you have your NIL guys that you paid for the last 2 years. Not be able to participate because of injury, and so it's like, where's my ROI? It's like, well, if you're not on the court, I didn't pay for anything. Then, like, it was nice to see you. Like on paper, great signing.
Yeah.
If you're not on the court, I didn't really get anything.
And that was, I think, the part with Leavitt that I found so interesting yesterday was you see the way they're handling Witt as he's coming back from injury because he's extremely important. I mean, he didn't have pads on, he wasn't practicing, he was just out there. He had the jersey on, he was a part of it.
Very Friday Night Lights.
Right. But with Leavitt, it wasn't handled the same way. And I think Leavitt's the most important piece of this whole thing. But the difference is Witt's coming back for his third year in a system. Leavitt's coming for his first year with all new pieces, the whole new deal. It's all very, very different.
Well, I got a little comp behind me.
Right. But that answer that y'all both bring up, the ultra elite, and I think the reason why I love that he identifies those three with Green, Benefield, and Seaton, because those three
probably three of your four highest paid.
And three of your five maybe most talented players.
Yeah.
And the ultra elite part I love is we know about the ultra elite skill, right? You know about that part. You're going to watch that part. The reason I think he names those guys is the ultra elite mindset that he brings up. Like, that's why you can name them. That's why you can put the pressure, because the pressure's on when your head coach names you the first spring practice press conference. he needs to identify 3 players, and he says your name, the pressure's on, right? You're going to expect big things. You already know Tradez, and you were going to expect that from Seton. I think Benefield's maybe the one that maybe not everybody knows. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to expect big things because he's been named, right? And so I thought that was a very good answer.
It's different than Coach O naming players also.
Very much different. It's
Bryce
also
Langston, best defensive lineman I've ever coached.
It's also different than who's number 14?
Who's 14 again?
Yeah. But the answer I loved was when he was asked about just different. Like he was asked about that, and he goes on the tangent about Louisiana families and parents and how they raise their kids and all those things. And it's very much, I don't think it's not scripted whatsoever, but he's hitting the notes exactly where he needs to. I love talking to the recruits and their parents and how they raise them and the questions they ask and all of the things and the expectations. And those, we have that clip. We'll run that so y'all can listen to the answer if you didn't hear it. I thought this one was a very, very good answer. And it's once again Lane Kiffin understanding where he's at extremely well.
Now, being here for a few months, that makes this place a little different. A little different? Just different really entails a lot. And it's why I just think it's a really good phrase because it comes up a lot. I'm sitting in meetings like, well, how do you like this? How do you like, and it's like you're just trying to explain to outsiders, like, it's just different. But that means a lot of things. That means Louisiana and the mindset of people here. I really enjoy, we had 2 junior days this weekend, and I really enjoy Louisiana parents and how they think and what they put into their kids and how their kids want to work the same way, but that they come in and the questions that they ask, and they're like, hey, we just want to know like that if he works really hard, he's going to get a fair shot. That may sound like a normal question, but nowadays that's not what parents are usually asking anymore. But I really enjoy that, and that's a different mindset, I feel like. But then also on that, the expectations, the great players that played here, the stadium, like all of that is just different than other programs. But then also we teach the recruits and the players, like, if you're going to come here with the way that we do it here, it's going to be really different. And you're not going to like it. Like if you want to get a check and be pretty good, like it's not going to work. You're not going to like it. Like if you don't want to, that the number one thing that you're doing is being the best player that you can the entire year, and that is your number one focus outside of everything else, it's not going to be a great experience for you because you're not going to feel comfortable here in it, because those are the people like Tradez, like Ty, Witt has it, like the people that we're going to bring here, but that's how our coaches are. You're not just, do I come around and say like, okay, at 9, 10 p.m. there's 2 players up here, because they struggled the day before in workouts or something like that. Well, the coaches are up here too. So it's a different type of thing you're coming into.
Great answer there from Kiffin, as he just knows how to hit the right, string the right notes, hit the right chords when he's talking about Louisiana and LSU to make sure everyone's extremely
he was given the
excited.
Easiest playbook of all time.
Of course. There's nobody easier to follow than the guy you pay $60 million to get out the door.
That didn't appear in a parade or on stage or
No.
unless it was he didn't even show up to a fucking U Club tournament unless it was him by himself, because who wants to play with somebody that's shooting 110?
Right,
It's
but
a long time on the golf course.
And it was also awesome to hear him talk about Tradez Green and that type of athlete. And my favorite thing was there was a period where they had the first team offense out there. Tradez Green was in the slot the whole time, didn't touch the line of scrimmage. And there were times he shifted back over, but Grace, the guy from Oregon, I think.
It's either Zach or Theo.
Zach Grace?
Because his brother's on the team,
His
too.
brother's linebacker, I think.
Yeah.
So Zach Grace was inline blocking, and Tradez was split out wide. The two names, Tradez and Harlan Berry, I think they're going to use so much in all these different ways. Extremely excited to see the versatility those guys show.
Yeah. It was just such a – I mean, it was criminal what they did to Tradez last year. But to have – and you have to credit Tradez for the buy-in,
Right.
Like you need
I'm just
me
going to be a jump ball guy.
Not only that,
And
it
block.
was you're going to put me in motion to crack on a linebacker
No.
for a 4-yard run play.
Yeah.
Is this really why I'm here?
I shouldn't be getting touched outside of me catching a football and getting tackled in the end zone.
And that's what's going to happen.
That's what makes me excited about it. It's like you're playing receiver.
Yeah.
You're not a tight end.
You
and
catch.
Bauer Sharp, you can go crack on somebody. That's fine. To have Trades do it at 6'7" and 215 pounds and put him in, how do you think he got his knee hurt? It wasn't running routes on the outside. He was in the muck. That's not where I live.
Yeah.
If I wanted to do that, I'd go bang bodies in the post.
Yeah.
I don't want to be around collisions, and I appreciate what he did because it would have been easy to walk away from that. Like, I'm actually going to go play basketball.
Right.
Because this is stupid. It's a waste of my time. But he bought in, and now you see Trades, we can do both. But he was trying to prove himself as a football player, proved it. Now go do what you do that nobody else in the country can do. Yeah, you're going to cheat code.
Yeah.
And if you throw it 25 times and you throw it to Trades 19, I'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a
Sometimes
good
it
result
is that
10 out of
simple.
those 19 times.
Yeah. No, I
it could
agree.
be 5 touchdowns.
We're going to be a year from now during like draft process.
He's gonna
and
be a top 5
NFL
pick.
scouts are going to be watching Trades Green's sophomore highlights and being like, what the fuck were they doing?
Wasting
Why
him.
is he blocking on a pass play?
Can we wait until Brian Kelly gets a job before we?
He's not going to get a job.
Hey.
No, McDonald's is hiring.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of McDonald's, no, he's got to
Oh,
get a
yeah,
job.
bring it
I mean,
back.
look, even like he can get a small job.
Maybe. We'll
You
see.
think
We'll
he
see
has
what
the
he
ego
does.
for a small job? He wants to. He's a real fixer-upper.
You just said he wanted to play golf with somebody who shoots 110. I'm his guy.
Hey, I'm all for being on the golf course as long as you can. Like baseball games that last 6 hours, I'm all for it. I'll be there until the last pitch because if I'm here, what else do I have to do except enjoy the sport that I love?
Fair enough.
Same thing for golf. If I'm playing poorly, fire up the tequila.
I think we
up.
should put you and Brian Kelly as a twosome on a golf course.
I think so too.
Where's the pizza?
Yeah.
I think we should put you and Brian. I would love to mic you up.
Oh, that would be such good content.
I could see. I'm a chameleon. At the end of the day, I could make him like me and still have disdain for him.
But no, I don't doubt that. But it would just the conversation of you.
I'd have to play on his team.
Yeah, play with him.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah. See, I'm a team guy. I will.
but
put
hold
my
on,
pride
I'm
aside.
not putting y'all in a tournament. I just want y'all to play a friendly round of golf.
Yeah.
But what if he starts trying to coach you and he's like, listen, Lloyd.
I would know.
golf here.
I would coach him. Like, see, takeaway's a little outside, coach. Like, I can help you. I'll read this putt for you, and it would go off the green. But then that means I have to spend more time with him.
Yeah.
So I'd like for him to play well.
Yeah.
I did caddy back in the day. So
I know, but like you wouldn't tell him your feelings for him.
Oh, but 1 through. I wonder if it would go.
He
like,
probably wouldn't last 9 holes. With
No,
you.
not at all. I would like to play 18, but
Coach, you
I
suck.
wonder if it would come out. It depends on when we start drinking. If he wants to pop one on the first, it would be an interesting first
But it also
side.
depends the time of the tee time, right?
That doesn't. Not on the golf course. There's no
Well,
time out
well,
there.
true for you nor him.
Right,
would it
exactly. That's
matter.
where I think we would probably be kindred spirits, but no pun intended.
Fonz in the chat says, I'm pretty sure Lloyd could get BK to throw hands on Lloyd before the round's over.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to
It
come
would
to
be
a
like
head.
Happy Gilmore with Bob Barker.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
Price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that if that happened after 18 holes, if you get Lloyd nice and liquored up and Brian Kelly nice and liquored up,
Yeah.
Lloyd would come in the next day and be like, Brian Kelly, kind of a fucking cool guy.
Yeah.
Kind of a
Could
fucking.
go that way too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. To go one of two ways.
Never
Yeah.
in a million years.
bad football coach.
Never. I'm afraid we would probably after if you're drinking, you would probably have to take the clubs away from somebody.
Yes. I would. I would look. We tried to set up in a previous life an interview on the golf course. We knew we loved it so much. We were going to do the GoPro cams in the golf course, ride 3 holes with Brian Kelly and see.
He wouldn't do it?
Said no, of course not. But they agreed, and then it went away. But I do wonder because it would not be. Pause. I'd be in that ass. I would not no punches pulled.
So when you walk up on the first tee box and you go, "Hey coach, how are you?" and he says, "Hey, how are you?" Do you immediately jump in? You fucking suck. I hate you.
A lot of nice houses around here, huh?
Ooh.
This is the arbiter of LSU
Hey,
sports.
I'm thinking of buying a house. You got a realtor's name?
You know any good property around here?
Too soon?
Yeah. Only 2 U-Hauls?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
It's a great deal.
It would be great content.
It would.
I'm telling you, that would probably you could sell that for a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he doesn't need it. I do. But
Yeah, I'm not worried about him.
he's got nothing but time.
No,
Does that count as a job? That would be media.
Yeah.
If I could, Orbiter of LSU, if I could get you 20 million back, it's like, look, he did. That's commentating. He did a job. Tingle and Co.
Love
that
it.
would be that
Yes.
would be awesome.
Love it.
Well, and then with the new head coach,
Co-contributor Brian Kelly.
the new head coach, it would be pickleball. You'd have to mic up the
Yes.
pickleball court. That video of him and Cookie playing against
Kirby?
was it Kirby and whoever Kirby was with,
Yeah.
and Cookie is
He mauled Kirby
balling.
Smart.
It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
He just palmed it.
Oh.
That was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just caught it.
And it's funny because Kirby Smart's clearly like taking it easy on
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah.
first one he hits out, he's like, "Yeah, that's our point."
Yeah.
It's
Well,
awesome.
Cookie is being raised by Lane Kiffin.
Of
so
course.
The competitor mindset
Of
is
course.
we're winning.
Yeah.
And Kirby also wants to win, but he's also 8 beers deep. Right. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a good Cookie. I mean, I don't have the calisthenics of a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, hit
That
it
was-
to me.
that
We
clip
can all
was awesome.
all admit though, Cookie is living the dream.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
That was almost a question.
I want to get him on the show.
I
Because
agree.
I think
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
be the most interesting interview because he is literally living out the life I wish I could have lived at that age. And I don't think he understands because he's so young, not because
Right,
he's
right. Yeah,
ungrateful
no
or anything.
disrespect.
I just think he's so young he doesn't understand how fucking cool his life is.
I think he
and that
does.
I would literally like kill someone
I
to
think
have
he
his
does.
life. I don't think he does.
I think he's the type of kid that he does. So
He
when
seems
I
appreciative.
met Coach, once or twice I met him, I told him, I said, dude, listen, when I die, I want to come back as Cookie.
Yeah.
I said, because that kid, like, he doesn't go to school. Like, I mean, I don't want to say he doesn't go to school, but like he takes vacation. And obviously,
Yeah,
he doesn't care.
it doesn't
when school
look
is.
like he goes to
Yeah, I mean, he's always in football ops. I mean, he's playing pickleball.
He's wearing all the equipment.
He's on the
wearing-
50-yard line
gear.
with Jordan Seaton.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean-
making memes about him.
That
I'm
12-year-old.
posting on Twitter about this kid.
You're a Twitter guy?
Yeah.
He runs our social.
Oh, I mean, I thought you meant your personal.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
But you know, like
Vision
this
board.
kid flies on private planes.
Right.
Like you see him going to the airport every other day. You know, got a backpack heading out. You know, he's swinging on beaches. I mean, not to mention, like he's around some really hot girls. Like this kid,
He's beating Kirby Smart in pickleball.
I mean, like where do you go from there?
It's a child. He's a child star.
Is there any further up to go?
Leo.
He could turn 18.
Yeah.
I don't think Cookie's
See,
gonna have a
this
problem
is-
at 15.
No, this is like the antithesis to Baby Gronk. Like this is how it's supposed to happen.
This is
Yeah.
it's, like, it's all very wholesome. But
I mean, at
It's all
some
very
point they don't know
natural.
Yes.
they don't know who Cookie's dad is. They think Lane's
like giving
Cookie.
No,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the funniest thing.
You
Is
know?
they think it's Lane's kid.
Yeah.
They're like, he's pimping out his son. Well, actually, it's
not
his
his
nephew.
son.
Yeah.
His son's balling at the Elite 11.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, think about it. When people get a puppy, a single guy gets a puppy. What do? You take it to like somewhere,
beach.
and the girl's like, "Oh, it's so cute." He's like the puppy.
Cookie overthrow me.
But the
I'm
puppy's
taking-
getting some action too. At
There's
some
no
point. Like,
doubt.
There's
There's no
there's
doubt.
some little slutty dogs out there.
I've
that
taken,
the puppies
I've
get
taken
to.
Tucker around the LSU lakes once or twice.
Does it
Your
work?
nephew
Of
Tucker.
course, they're like, oh, your dog's so cute. I was like,
Pet away.
pet him.
Yeah.
Heavy
Oh,
pet.
he's being shy today. I don't know what's going on there.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh man.
He's got a little Mississippi Lake Hound. To be careful. He must have learned. I don't know where he learned that from.
Oh, just like his dad.
But Cookie's great. I gotta tell
no,
you.
he is.
Was Cookie at spring practice?
No, I
yesterday?
didn't see him yesterday. I saw
think
his
he was at
dad. His
school.
dad was out there.
Well, I think
coaching.
his dad needs a coach, but I mean, school. What?
I think he does it in ops. I think he's homeschooled.
No. He goes. He's enrolled at U High.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
in somebody in
yeah,
this-
same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
That's walking distance.
can I ask you a question? Why does he need to go to school?
That's what. As long if you're literate and you can like do basic math, what do you need school for?
Well, because he said
Exactly.
he said he wants to be LSU's next head coach.
Okay, so
That's what I'm
learn.
saying.
Go to
That's
the
what I think
fucking
that's what
school
he's
of hard knocks at
Yeah.
football ops.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to go fucking learn Pythagorean theorem for that.
I don't think that's the school of hard knocks, though.
Well, okay, you know what I mean though. Like just go.
Because I mean, he's
sit in
flying on
football
private
ops.
planes.
Yeah.
He's got basically an open door to the equipment room.
Yeah,
It's like High Point.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's his
Literally.
high point.
It literally is high point.
I am on private planes. I do
Yeah.
know how to talk to these people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show you who your agent's going to be, Cookie.
Yeah.
I bet your Cookie has an agent. He
He
should.
should. He's a star.
I like to think he wasn't really around so much in Oxford because he didn't really like Ole Miss that much. And then he got here and was like, oh, this place is fucking cool.
Well, no, but was he around? That was going to be my next question. Was he as
I guess I
visible?
didn't really pay that much attention.
Well, he did get motherfucked on his way out of
He
Oxford,
did.
which is insane.
Yeah.
But that's part of it.
Yeah, so
School
the fact
hard
that
knocks.
literally.
He is getting on a private plane, but they're like, and fuck you, Cookie. And he's like,
but that's the worst trauma that's probably happened in his life.
yeah, that's the word. It's Macaulay Culkin.
You can motherfuck me anywhere on the tarmac.
You get that all the time, and you're not even cooking.
Exactly. I'm just a fucking fat 24-year-old. I get it on Twitter. That's true.
Fat.
Husky, big boned. I get it on Twitter every day.
Yeah.
I kind of like it though.
It's fun. That's fun. That was the thing with the NC State fans that are tweeting about Will Wade and whatever they think's happening is what was it? They would say Will Wade, American Snake.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of love that.
The best one. Someone was like, "Oh, he's gonna catch a charge within like a year." For what?
There's nothing you.
There's nothing to catch a charge for.
Hey, never wrong, just early.
Exactly.
That's all he was.
He's a trendsetter.
Yeah. He's ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
McDonald's bag.
Yeah. Dropped it on the table.
Old school and new school.
Just don't talk about, if you talk about McDonald's, don't talk about the filet of fish. He doesn't like.
That's why.
Doesn't like the filet of fish.
That's a pretty universal opinion. I think you're in the minority on that one.
I disagree.
If I opened up a filet of fish and there was $50,000 in there, I would like a filet of fish.
You would eat the filet of fish
if there was $50,000 in there.
Well, I got to be honest with you. You obviously haven't seen a container for a fish fillet. You can't fit $50,000. I'm telling you.
Get the what is it? The
Grand Mariner.
That's what I'll name my boat. It's not a boat; it's a yacht.
Insane.
Yeah, North Carolina fans are
State.
North Carolina State. Oh,
North Carolina. Well,
yeah. I mean, look, if that really comes to fruition and Wade comes back, man, North Carolina's fucked.
Yeah, I mean they're in it.
And I don't like using that kind of language. I know it's okay, but like, dude, look, I saw one, like my phone was blowing up this morning. Go check Twitter, and I'm like, for what? And so, man, I literally roll over. I grab my phone, and I'm looking at it, and it's like, Will Wade, you fat fuck, slimy fuck, and I'm like, what is this all about? Like, what did I mean, I just went to bed at like midnight. It's 7 a.m. What's going on? And
no, I got deja vu from November.
Well, the best thing about it is LSU is the cesspool for message boards. You have
Tiger
droppings reign supreme. Over
I didn't even go there this morning.
Now they are, and so they've been absolutely pulled down to the seventh circle of hell, where they're like, "This exists," and now they're going, "Wait, what's happening?" And they take it more seriously than everybody from LSU does. But they're like, "Oh, they're reporting it on their message boards." Like that message board is a cesspool of deceit, lies, and somewhat half-truths, and then there's one nugget in there that keeps everybody coming back. It's like playing golf. You hit one good shot on 18, like, I'll go play tomorrow.
Yeah, you're addicted.
But they're addicted to it now, where they're seeing everything being, like, so many shots across the bow of the general ship, and they're like, wait, we're going to lose our coach to what? Why? Like, well, it's just different here. Because if LSU wants something, as it's been proven over the last 8 months.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, apparently, if LSU wants something, they make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to the administration if they get that done. I mean, no offense. I mean, that's a big move. You know, still don't know if it's going to happen, but it's just like the chatter.
Oh, the chatter is the best part.
It is to a certain extent, but it gets tiring. It's like, all right, enough.
Well,
I mean, you can only insult someone so many times, right?
Of course.
And so, like, okay, look, just come to. I mean, look, we had to do it with Saban when Saban left for Miami.
Right.
We had to do it when
Will Wade
got fired. I mean, you know, look, it don't think. I guess what bothers me is the schools think they're exempt from this. Like, hey, man, that's what happens when you have a good coach. I mean, look, if Lane Kiffin, let's just say in the next 3 years he wins one national championship, you don't think people are going to be coming after him?
Of course.
Now, will they get him? I don't know, but I mean, it's always going to happen.
No, what's LSU the most afraid of? It's never losing somebody to a rival school or a different school. It's the NFL.
Yeah,
what's the biggest fit? Like LSU has earned that right to be in the.
That's the next step from LSU. You're not going to go anywhere else.
A lateral move.
Right.
Ole Miss learned that the hard way, where they thought you want to come up to the heavyweights. You got pummeled. Go back down to the lightweights. Yeah. Like, you don't deserve to be in
a lily
ring.
pad,
right?
Yeah, there's certain tiers of the SEC, and you're not in that top tier.
Right.
Manny Pacquiao can't beat Mike Tyson.
True.
So if
No.
you want to go step in the ring, you found out very
I don't know.
quickly.
Jake Paul beat him.
No, he pulled that punch. I wish. Oh, that changed my life. Because I don't want to see Jake Paul ever again, or John Paul. What's the brother?
John Paul the third.
The second.
The
third.
John
Logan.
Logan. Yeah,
I don't
just-
need
like
to
I said,
see any
it's-
of
it's-
those.
It's interesting, mixed emotions. You're happy to if this does happen, you're happy to get Will back. You're sad to see Matt McMahon go. Don't beat me up on the message board. You never like people to be fired.
Well, you've got a nickname in the chat.
Oh yeah,
You're
what is
Chucky Sunshine.
Chucky Sunshine.
I
Y'all
like-
really pump Sunshine that much?
I mean, you sound like a mobster. Chucky Sunshine's here.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Mickey Big Hand.
He's in waste management.
Yeah. I try and be. Look, I'm friends with Will. I'm friends with Matt McMahon. I love this coaching staff. Personally, I am really, really close to a lot of these guys, and so
I think most of it stems from the first time you popped one after
Chucky Sunshine.
when they first started losing in SEC play, and you were positive, and everyone had already gotten off.
Yeah, and look, here's the thing, and I've said this before. We have a saying in a little group that I hang out with is, no matter what, no matter who the LSU basketball coach is, I'm still going to support LSU basketball. LSU comes first. The coach is second. And so, I just want to win.
I want what's best for LSU.
I want to win, and that's what's best for LSU is to win and become relevant again. Listen, same thing was with football. Look, Brian Kelly wasn't getting it done, bottom line. And unfortunately, the two Brian Kelly, Will Wade departures have some similarities. I'm not going to bring up what they are. I think everybody knows. And so I just think it's time to get LSU relevant. LSU did an unbelievable job of getting probably the best football coach in the country. You have a great baseball coach. I know everybody's not happy with him, but I think
they're happy again.
Oh, they're happy.
10-run rule.
Yeah,
We
10-run rule
beat
last night.
La Tech, and so they're happy again.
There's nothing more mercurial than LSU baseball fans.
Right, and so look, it needs to get. You got great gymnastics coach, gymnastics competing in for a national title every year. Women's basketball, unbelievable. Look, whether you like Kim Mulkey or not, the lady's a great coach.
Oh, yeah.
And look, I know she's animated, and she says, look, you cannot deny, and I will never deny, she is a great coach. She's one of the top 5 coaches in women's basketball.
History.
And so you go ahead. She will retire in the Sports Hall of Fame. And so,
She's already in
the basketball.
But yeah, so
she got introduced by Michael Jordan.
Exactly, and so that says something. Look, she's got a great relationship with Vanessa Bryant, and so look, the next step is men's basketball, and so if this happens,
which begs the question: if it does happen, can you be relevant in all?
Yes,
baseball,
I think you
basketball,
can.
basketball.
I think you
football.
can. I think everybody just needs to stay in their lane. It's when sports starts over mixing and people start looking at, well, football spent this, I need this, and hey man, just stay in your lane and worry about what's in your boat. Don't worry about what's in other people's boat, because that's what gets you in trouble. And so that's what I think. I think you're going to see a change in the university with the president and the new chancellor. I'm glad they went back to the president-chancellor model. I think you're going to see that with the new athletic department. And so, times are changing. We've all seen it, whether it corrects itself with the NIL. I think that's inevitable. It's going to have to. Let's see what happens.
But my question is, because people do, it is at some point a pissing contest. You do look over and it's like, why does he have a bigger boat than me? Whenever, if from any perspective, like from Kim Mulkey to Jay Johnson that get the scraps of, well, I've won. What have they done? And then, they turn a profit. And so it's
exactly. It's you basically, and I know it's hard because you're dealing with egos when you're dealing with head coaches.
It would be the most competitive head coaching collection,
no doubt,
no
doubt,
yeah,
no doubt. And you have to look at it. I guess it's easy for us because we're not the head coach of women's basketball. Why does men's basketball or baseball get more money? And so you have to look at it as football feeds everyone. Men's basketball supplements the sides. And what are y'all bringing? Like desserts and maybe like
Finger foods?
dips. And so, and
Which
I'm
are
not trying to,
enjoyable.
and please don't think I'm trying to belittle people. I'm just saying that's the
financially,
nature.
that's how it works.
That's how it works. And so you have to look at it. It's a business. That's what I don't understand with a lot of people. They don't understand. This is a big time business. And look, it's like Apple having their iPhone division, their MacBook Pro, their divisions. You just got to get them all to coincide and coexist.
Right.
Well,
And
they all have to
that's-
work together.
Correct. You just have to stay in your lane and be cordial to each other. You can't look at, listen, football can spend whatever football wants because football is going to bring in the most money. If LSU wins a national championship
Right,
football,
right.
da-da, and back up the Brinks truck to a certain extent, you'll get a bigger share. Not that it helps your rev share, but the school, the university will
Right.
get a bigger share. Same thing. If LSU's men's basketball goes to the Elite Eight, you're going to make more money at men's basketball. Unfortunately, women's basketball, baseball, if you get to the national championship, you don't make a ton of money off of that. It's just not that sport.
You
And
don't have the you don't have the TV deal.
correct.
You don't have
I
the
do
TV money.
think that baseball is coming around the corner.
I agree.
Because it is whatever.
It's picking up some tread on.
I think both of them are finding momentum in that realm as well. Because women's basketball, I mean, it's not to the level, but like people are watching. Especially like starting this week. Because I will say, the talent disparity that you've watched the last couple of days is massive. Like Texas Tech and LSU's talent gap is a chasm. I mean, they beat them by
No doubt.
50. UConn versus Syracuse was 65-12?
At halftime.
Like
yeah.
awful, you know what I mean? But like Sweet 16, Elite 8, people are going to start watching those games.
And
so
why did women? And so my thing is this is where you got to give credit where credit's due. Why is women's basketball relevant again? Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. There's no two way. You can't take it away from her.
Kim Mulkey?
Kim
I mean,
Mulkey, Dawn Staley. You can't take it. Look, Gino's a great coach. Don't get me wrong, but he's kind of put to the back right now. Not that he doesn't have a great team, but he's Gino. You have these two.
Oh, it's in Connecticut.
Yeah, and you have these
Big
two.
East.
You have these two women with Dawn Staley and Kim Mulkey, opposites as far as style of coaching.
Yep.
But
Personalities
is just as big as anybody.
Right.
Kim Mulkey brings in Angel Reese. I mean, look, I don't care what anybody says. I think Angel Reese is probably. I think was the best thing that ever happened to women's basketball. I think Angel Reese is the best thing that's ever happened to the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, I think she's a great player. I think there's too much controversy around her, with all the
Both.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you don't see as much with Angel Reese as you do Caitlin Clark.
Well, you saw Caitlin Clark whenever she went to the W, how she was received as you're not
Correct.
just going to be a star.
Correct.
And the way that that you're biting the hand that feeds you.
Correct.
Angel Reese says that's a hard body to bully.
Right.
Caitlin Clark, they shoved her around and she took it.
And look, I've heard people don't like Angel Reese, and I think she was the best thing for women's basketball.
Both of them.
Both of them.
it was.
I think you
And-
need both of them. Like, it is kind of the self.
Yeah, because it kind of created a little rivalry.
Yeah,
and-
like Angel's not as big without Caitlin Clark, and vice versa is also the same.
That national championship game was the
massive.
spark that lit where
WNBA,
you are now.
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And so
Like
hats off to that because I
Right.
think they deserve it. I mean, look, I'm be the first to admit I love being in a PMAC when there's 13,000 people screaming and
Right.
hollering. I was there for Texas Tech. I was there when we played. Who did we play?
Jacksonville.
It's great. I've been in the PMAC. I've been a season ticket holder for a while. I'll tell you this: since Kim Mulkey got here, I started buying season tickets.
Right.
And it's a great environment.
And
I mean,
if you hadn't yet, she would tell you why haven't you?
Right.
good point.
And they win.
Probably, and they did.
That's what it
They
comes down
win.
to is winning.
Yeah, and
The PMAC is not the greatest arena. The facilities are not the best. The whole thing.
They could play in the
But
UREC.
but the atmosphere on Sunday was elite because
Correct.
they win.
Correct. And look, there's traffic getting in, there's traffic getting out, there's excitement because I mean, look, I don't know if the spread was 25, 26 and a half.
Right.
I mean,
they beat them by 50.
That was easy. It's easy to make money off of that. I
Yeah.
mean, come on, don't be stupid.
Well, the spread on Friday was 52.5, and they covered.
Correct. And so, look, I hats off to Kim Mulkey. I read something last night that, there's a rumor Kim's going to retire. Maybe. I mean, she's been at it a long time. I don't fault her for it. Do I think I don't think it'll be as soon as everybody thinks it is.
She
But
wouldn't be recruiting the way that she is if she's
no,
just going to.
and so I don't think it'll be anytime soon. I don't think it'll be as soon as everybody thinks it is. I think it'll be down the road.
4 Sweet 16s in a row.
Yeah, I mean that's unbelievable. I mean you cannot take it whether you love her or hate her. You can't take it away. She's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great recruiter. Let's see. Look, now we get to see her put another staff together, which is really good.
And that was going to be my point. If she were to leave as soon as people think, or whatever the fodder is, you think they let Gary Reed just walk out the door?
No, you would keep him here.
He would be the next head coach.
Right. Well, everybody says Simone Augustus. Simone Augustus has never been a head coach.
She's never coached before until the last 2 years.
Right. And so, I mean,
it'd be
Chucky Sunshine's on his.
Sunshine.
He's on it.
If they're able to, if the Will Wade thing happens and they get this thing across the finish line, or all this smoke is fire, I mean, just think about. Like we've listed, Kiffin, Mulkey, Johnson, Wade, Clark. I mean,
it's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's probably the best college coaching staff.
In
the country.
I mean,
Poor Beth.
And they started to win a little bit more.
Yeah,
she got her 600th win, I think.
Yeah, and so look, I like Beth, and here we go, Chucky Sunshine. I like Beth. I like Matt McMahon. Your objective is to win.
To win, 100%.
And if you don't win, don't be upset if the objective isn't met and you don't.
Which is the same thing with, you could turn it back to the Brian Kelly decision. If your highest paid employee, who you paid to do the hardest job, isn't producing the way in which I thought you were whenever you signed the contract, guess what? Nobody is exempt from being, hey, come into my office.
Right.
And it's, are you well, they pay me this. There's no way they're going to pay me this to like a severance package. Yes, we will, because at the end of the day, I'm running a business, and you're not getting it done for the business. There's an expectation and a dollar that has to be met that you're not meeting.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, you're a sunk cost, and I'll eat that to make it better. And
right.
Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a business. Unfortunately, you have personalities involved in it, and as fans, we get attached to the personality because that's who we see every day, all day, and so.
Well, and I think people separate the art from the artist. Whenever it becomes business and sports, they just want the sports part. They don't want to see the nitty-gritty of, I'm trying to run a business. At the end of the day, LSU has to be profitable.
Right.
And instead, I just want my sports to be sports. And, well, if you want your sports to be sports, do you want them to do what?
Win. I
And
mean,
if
look,
this guy's not getting it done, or
and
this
it's a
girl's not getting
financial
it
decision.
At the
It's
end
a
of the
financial
day,
decision because if you win, we make more money. That's the way it's supposed to happen.
Of course. Because buy-in's a real thing.
Yeah. I mean, you just talked about it with Trades. Yeah. He bought in. He bought into what they wanted him to do. Look, hats off to Coach Kiffin and him for keeping him and saying, look, man, I'm not going to use – I guess they had that conversation. I'm not going to use you like you were used last year, and I'm going to let you shine. I mean, look, I watched Trades Green play basketball. He's a great basketball player. Mm-hmm. Coach Kelly didn't want him on the team because he didn't want him to get hurt. And then he goes back to your point. Why? Because you want him to block? Are you kidding me? I mean, you didn't want him to get hurt in basketball so you can get him hurt in blocking.
Right.
I mean, come on. Like that, I hope he gets a job. I really do. I hope Coach Kelly gets a job to ease some tension off of LSU financially.
Yeah, because
Brian Polian could have been hiring until he hired himself.
Because they are spending some money.
Yes, that's the rumor. I mean, somebody asked me yesterday, are we really at $40 million? Man, I don't know. I don't get involved in that. That's a beast that I don't want to be a part of.
No, well, then there's Brian Kelly. I wish I had $40 million. Well, you had 20, cuz.
Yeah.
Hey,
got 7 and 5 out of it.
Hey, boss, you should have put some of your salary up.
He did. Yeah. He put $1 million up allegedly.
Okay, $1 million on a $100 million contract. Shut up.
That's
shut up.
10 to 100.
I mean, if you made $100 million, would you give LSU $1 million?
I'd give them $100 million.
Their roster would be worth $99 million
tomorrow. 1,000%.
Tomorrow, I would say you take all my money. Buy me an apartment, let me live comfortably. Like, I don't need that much, like a 1-bedroom apartment, and allow me to be a fly on the wall in football ops. You can have all of my money.
You would want some spicy McChickens every day.
Yeah. Give me a card. Give me like the LSU card where I can go and get my $20 McDonald's every day.
At the 5?
Yeah, I don't care. That's fine.
Hey.
You can have my $99 million.
Listen, They have a PNC where you eat for free.
Really?
Yeah.
This is new information.
What's
You
a
didn't know about
PNC?
PNC?
What's the PNC?
The Nutrition Center.
Yeah. The
Oh, Performance Nutrition Center. Nice.
I've never heard.
That's
of
big time
PNC.
PNC.
But so you wouldn't have to eat McDonald's.
Well, it's
Oh,
not.
but I
It's
want
not
it.
a necessity. I like McDonald's,
No, no, but you could get the chef.
not the fish fillet.
You could get the chef
To make you McDonald's.
McDonald's.
No one can do it better than McDonald's.
You don't think
Ronald
you
is
could,
elite.
yeah.
Ronald is the best. Ronald's the go to the game, brother. The longevity on him is unmatched.
You ever notice when why he gets involved in the conversation, he always goes back to food?
Oh, they asked. They were like, "Are we talking about McDonald's today?" I told, who was it? Bada bing, bada boom. I told him I'd get back on it.
Yeah,
we'd
we'd
bring it
find
back
over
around.
Say, but yesterday it was like, oh, time to go get me some free biscuits. You got me talking about food.
Yeah.
Yep. We had a guy in the chat that called in, so we do a call in every now and again, and he was through the drive-through menu, and it's probably what
He was at churches. It was
at 9:15 in the morning, and he's on the phone doing his order at the same time. He's talking to us like, man, fuck LSU. I don't know what they're doing over there. Whatever. He's like, let me get a 5-piece, and he goes, they just opened. He goes, give me some of them extra biscuits. I know y'all got them in the back.
Throw them in a bag for me.
Yeah,
That's
please don't sell those to people.
Yeah, then throw some of them extra biscuits. I know y'all got
I
them.
know y'all got them.
I know y'all got him.
So I think the next 48 hours, 72 hours will be interesting with men's basketball.
It's gonna
I
be.
mean, let's see if this
72
gets
hour
any.
stream.
Let's see if this gets.
Stay live for all of it.
Oh my gosh, that would.
I'll
Air
give you
mattress.
some more pizza.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we haven't tried the pizza.
Is it time?
I
sitting
have
right
tried.
there.
I have tried the pizza.
I got to try it.
Yep.
I got to be honest
Yeah,
with
go
you.
ahead.
It's like
Is it Sarah
it's like
Nasty?
putting a slot machine across from Jason and telling him he can't play.
It's the Green Goblin.
They
mask.
asked. They asked in the chat. Randy asked if I got your Godfathers.
Yeah, he got me two. This
Well,
guy is. Well, I mean,
1 7/8. I took a.
well,
a
yeah, of
slice.
course you had to.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't come in here and not.
Oh, it's got the paper on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper in it.
And the money. He even brought me change.
Of course.
Let's see this. This is unbelievable.
Godfather to the
It is. It's
Godfather.
going to be cold. Like it's out the fridge.
We talked about
So
that.
the quality is not going to be.
Chucky Sunshine eating his Godfather's pizza.
A special delivery for Chucky Sunshine.
Quality is not going to be the best. That's
Special
what
order
I'm
for
worried
Chucky
about.
Sunshine.
ASMR with Chucky Sunshine.
Just like I remember.
Let me get a piece. Maybe it's better cold. Maybe it's better cold.
Oh, they even
better.
have.
Well, no, because you just moaned when you took a bite. It was good when I tried it yesterday. I didn't moan though.
Let's get a moan. A Wyatt moan.
You moaned after you.
Y'all want to hear me chew ASMR?
No, I'm not.
No.
It actually might be better cold.
No, it is very good.
You tried
You've
it?
never had
I've
it.
had it before.
Oh, his dad was on it too.
Yeah.
How's your dad?
53.
I'm 54. You see, it's that age. It's a generation. We grew up on it.
I'm
Lloyd,
trying to
come
think
get
of
your
what
piece,
we
buddy.
have.
Lloyd, come get
My
your
dad's
piece.
Lloyd,
55,
get you-
so it is that
See, I don't
generation.
want any of that, but
Why
I'll try.
not?
He hates vegetables.
Yeah.
It's lettuce.
Oh, I'm the worst one.
Shut up. Just take it.
Shut up.
Take it. Oh my gosh.
We
They're really
we still
good.
have plates over there?
You don't need a plate.
This is a monumental moment for all of us.
Everybody clean. You know, Lloyd likes to keep his area clean over there.
Nothing like
figured
having
I'd
taco
touch
pizza
the
at
change.
10 a.m.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Right?
They're good. It's really good.
It does look like a taco.
Mm-hmm.
It's the least vegetable pizza. Oh, do you want some sauce?
No.
It's all good. That's what my dad was telling me about the sauce.
I never tried this sauce.
He
I gotta
said
try
he
it.
really liked the sauce. Well, you got a pizza and a half now, so you could try it.
I feel like I'm in like 5th grade again to get
Feel
all
like
your
we're
AR
celebrating
points.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
early in the morning at 10 a.m. It's
Yeah,
pizza
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Everybody got an A on their chest. They get to have pizza.
This is how they distracted us from 9/11.
Boys, we did great with the box tops this semester. Is
Yeah.
that what they were
Yeah.
called?
Oh my gosh, the box tops on the cereal boxes and the or the
What was-
or the
what-
can.
That shit would get serious.
Oh yeah.
What was
No,
it?
I'm winning box tops this
Yeah.
year.
Wyatt, I
Yes,
just
sir.
want you to know.
Yes, sir.
You have a special place in my. I might put you in my will.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Damn it.
They don't care about you like I do.
No, because you went to Godfather. Here's the funny part. I got to go to New Orleans, and like I was supposed to be there. I had to leave to go to New Orleans. I could have picked one up.
You
But
still
instead,
can.
But instead, you did it.
But it tastes better when I bring it to you. And you know what? I didn't do this to get a place in your will. I did it to see the smile on your face.
And if I didn't have a piece of pizza in my mouth, you'd see the smile.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm
He, heard
fucking
he got the
talking
moan.
about.
That's all he wanted.
That's all I wanted.
Amazing. Amazing.
Moment.
Chef said Wyatt should get a salad.
Yeah, this is basically a salad. As I'm
Yeah, this is a
deconstructing
healthy
it.
pizza.
You know what I like about it too? A little bit of spice in the sauce.
It does. No, I love a little bit of spice. It's like it is like a taco.
It's amazing.
It's very good. It is very good.
You know what I'd like?
Lloyd, eat the
Lloyd, what are you
fucking
doing?
pizza.
Your
got the
pizza.
back
Picking
end.
What
off
are
the
you
lettuce.
doing, dude?
Fuck!
Oh, got a crunch.
A crunch. What is that?
He's a freak, dude. I mean, he is. an
Lloyd, you're not
absolute
going to
freak.
die if you eat lettuce or tomatoes.
It's so good.
It's a texture thing.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is good.
It is very good. It actually might be better cold. Because the slice of
Very, very
pizza,
good cold.
the one I ate in my car was hot.
It's awesome. I'm
You
telling
had
you.
it before?
Yes.
I thought it was just his dad. I've never even heard of this. I'm glad to be indoctrinated in the Church of Taco Pie.
Y'all are welcome.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna go.
Does it make up for the filet of fish?
Oh, and some. Way better than the filet.
Now
of fish.
listen, if you take a filet of fish and eat a filet of fish and the taco pizza, that's like my idea of heaven.
Now you're doing too much.
Might as well worked out.
Surf and turf.
When I have my $100 million to donate to LSU, I'm gonna donate to McDonald's to take the filet of fish off the menu.
You better-
Just in
well,
Baton
then,
Rouge.
Then you're gonna get cut out the will.
That's okay. I got $100 million. I don't need your money anymore.
Well, you
Well,
don't know
leave
what the
me
will
some.
looks like.
Yeah, I'll put you in my will. There you go. Don't count
That's
on
a
it.
first. That's
I'll
a
wade
that'll
into
be a
that will.
first.
Yeah.
Even my mother took me out of the will. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Sabrion said Wyatt's been trying his hardest to get adopted from Charles. And Peter
working.
says, sounds like it's working.
I didn't say I was adopted him. Whoa. That
We
means I gotta
tried,
pay.
but too much
That's
legal
right. Too much legal, and
complications.
he's over 18. I don't need that.
24.
Listen, I'm gonna adopt like a Dominican that can play baseball.
Remember the kid from
Or a Rubenesque 19-year-old.
the World,
Yes.
the Louis World Series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, what's the movie? What's the movie with the football kid?
The Blind Side.
The Blind Side.
Yeah. Here you
It
go,
is a little
Alex.
spice.
Just for
Oh,
your time
thanks,
in trouble,
man.
I'm tipping you.
A little
Gotta-
gas money.
Got to tip, yeah. A little
My
gas
tip
money.
was the pizza, to be honest.
No.
The two
No,
slices.
you can't-
And I'm
can't-
realistically,
Listen, go get your McSpicy.
No.
this is I can get like 20. And
They're
realistically,
$1?
no, they used to be, and they raised the fucking prices.
Christian
Greedy bastards.
Cowley in the chat. Can y'all save me a slice?
No.
No.
Go to class.
He went to his class, and his class got
Class
canceled.
was canceled.
He does that every time he wants to leave.
Yeah.
Sounds like a problem.
He gets nervous around you. I don't know what it is.
He should be.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
You did say you were going to snap his neck?
Chucky.
Like, come on.
That was the funniest.
Come on.
First introduction.
Come on. No, I love,
You know
I
you're
love
talking
you
to
guys.
fucking Chucky Sunshine. You better
That's
get your act right.
That's right. You get cement shoes.
Yeah.
I don't know why people say that about me.
You see Mitch shoes?
Like, call me like, I don't know. I'm just a normal person.
That's what
That
somebody
loves-
that has a pool would say.
That's what Chucky Sunshine
I
would
had a
say.
deep pool.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta get on the road.
Well, we appreciate you popping
Appreciate
in.
y'all.
Thank you for-
See y'all tomorrow.
Yes.
See you tomorrow.
Be here tomorrow, hopefully.
Oh, 2-0 in the suite, just saying. LSU
It
baseball.
was the second time in the suite. For
I
Lloyd.
see that. Hey, Lloyd, what are you doing this weekend? You can have my tickets.
There we go.
If it means that we win,
Yeah.
you can have my tickets.
In, deal.
You
Done.
can definitely have them for Saturday. I gotta go to the concert.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, I wish I was going to that.
No, you don't.
I do. I love Zach Bryan.
I don't.
I really like Zach
I
Bryan.
can't stand you. I can't say I don't.
Why are you going then?
You got to support.
Oh.
My daughter, my wife.
Not you yet.
Not you yet.
Not you yet. See,
We'll get there.
You'll get there.
Your family
Y'all
likes
could go
Zach
hate it.
Bryan?
I guess. I don't
See,
know.
we're already getting there.
All right,
Well, I
see
love
y'all.
that you're going.
There you go.
Don't leave the pizza. When you're done, we're gonna put.
Oh
Well,
yeah, yeah.
knock.
I'm taking
Have
one
another
more slice,
slice.
and then
Have another
it's
slice.
all
Have the whole
y'all.
top pizza. Just
Of course.
Saturday, boys. Yes.
Fuck! I'm in Biloxi.
Oh, he's in Biloxi
Damn
this weekend.
We're rescheduling the trip.
This is a good breakfast.
What if the trip was, you got, how many of y'all?
Like 9.
Too many.
Oh, you're going to miss Friday night, too.
Yeah. Literally.
There was a way we could have gotten you to sing the anthem.
Oh,
For
where?
Friday.
The game?
No.
Or at Texas Club?
Texas
That's
Club.
honestly better.
I know.
Like, that's awesome.
Your brother looks like he might beat the crap out of this guy.
Why, you been doing research?
I was looking at
They
the
put
lineup
it.
card.
They put a lineup
Yeah.
card out.
Hey, your brother
He's beating like a Russian.
Yeah.
He's literally like, he was like, I am Rocky. And I was like, all right, well, let's fucking calm down. But he was like, the kid looks like Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome.
We're gonna be ringside.
I told my friends, I was like, they're gonna, I want them to give me like a 10-minute warning. If I want a fucking heater in blackjack, I'll have to wave them off.
Right.
But other than that, I'm going back to the room, and I'm going to hopefully y'all can FaceTime me, and I'll watch it on my laptop in the room.
We'll be ringside.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
So I could have been ringside?
And you could have walked him out.
Dude, are you fucking serious?
He's pulling your leg a little bit more now, but...
But you are going to be ringside?
Yeah.
Dude, this is so bullshit. How? How are y'all ringside?
Relationships.
To watch my brother. How many fights are there?
Like 6?
I think there's 6 of them.
Do you know, like, which one he is, like, in order?
Let's see.
The way they put out the card, I think he was 4th on the lineup sheet.
Let me see. I'll pull it up now.
Dude, this is fucking pissing me. Like, I'm so excited to go to Biloxi this weekend.
It was just
golf?
unfortunate how it lined up for you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, I think there's 12 fights.
He's not on the undercard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, which one is he? This is he's fighting 9. Sawyer Vaughn versus Jack Kiernan.
Please send that to me. I haven't seen that yet.
Send it to me. What's it on Instagram?
Yep, I just sent it to both of you.
Holy shit.
But yeah, there's 12 fights.
I'm so mad I can't go.
The gloves for Gleason at the Texas Club Friday night.
You got to root for him. You're going to root for him, right? Okay.
I want the Vaughns to run this thing up.
Hell yeah.
Shout out. Gloves for Gleason. Let's go 13 for 13. Did y'all do it yesterday?
Absolutely hammered it.
13 for 13.
No, don't clap for us. Don't clap for us.
We did it. We did
the
it as a
celebrity
spite.
mashup without you.
No, I'm happy.
And nailed
No, you're
it.
not. Nailed it.
Both of us
Yeah,
were like,
Within 5 seconds.
Yeah, I knew this was happening.
Yeah,
I knew this was
what you're doing
happening.
is actually really smart.
What you guys are doing is actually really smart.
so tough.
No, because what you
love
guys are
that.
doing is
Smart.
actually very dangerous.
Yeah,
It's actually very dangerous.
we did have
love
Johnny L.
that.
Goodson for 2.
Of course.
No, we actually did get the majority of the 9, I think.
I'm glad.
We got dealt. The funniest thing about it was like tailor made for us.
It actually was.
Who was the Cubs opening day starter from 2005 from 2003 to 2010? And I was like, oh, this is like fastball middle.
Yeah.
Carlos Zambrano.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Weiss Hampel. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, I knew this was happening.
That was such a good response.
Because that's the only way.
Yeah.
You're kind of fucked. You're toast regardless.
Yeah.
But that is really the only way.
Oh no, it's setting y'all up.
Yeah.
No, what you guys are doing is actually very smart with the people you're actually trying to catch.
Yeah,
I'm actually the opposite of catch. I catch.
No. I'm worried about them too.
I catch young children who talk to old people.
yeah. I was actually honeypotting you.
Yeah.
I thought this
You're
might
to catch
be-
a predator. I'm to catch a victim.
Yeah. So just to kind of correct what y'all are doing here. Look, some of your responses sound a little older than 13.
Allow me to teach you a little something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I am 13. Air Force One.
Air Force One.
Shocks!
Blazer.
Pegasus.
Pegasus. Shocks.
Ooh, shocks were good.
Boing, 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 boing.
And then a Blazer. These are Nike shoes.
Yes, they are.
Bonds. Posey.
Oh, pool, air hockey, foosball,
No.
Snooker?
cup. Well, snooker is a pool thing.
Yeah, the table games. Right?
But snooker is a part of
NBA
pool.
Finals, NBA Draft, NBA Cup, Draft, All-Star Game, Finals Cup.
Yeah, and then it's
And then these are
Giants
baseball players, yeah.
Giants players.
For
not
the
just
San
baseball.
Francisco Baseball Giants.
Oh, they hit a long one. Giants greats.
There you go.
Shout out Willie Mays. I played a MLB game on Polo Grounds last night.
Oh, yeah?
Deep to center.
Deep to center, deep to the corners.
Deep to the
it was
corners.
bad because it was the guy I was playing was fucking terrible. I got into the 8th inning. It was like 2-0. I was winning because all I was doing was hitting absolute bombs into left and right center field, and I just kept trying to hit an inside the park home run. I got thrown out at home like 7 times. I couldn't give it up.
Did you know that Christian didn't know that Polo Grounds was real?
Christian thought Polo Grounds was a fake.
It was like
Thought it was made for the game.
Well.
And I just lose respect for him more and more.
There's a lot of things Christian says that
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's
Yeah,
just
he's,
not right.
man, it's unfortunate.
He's
It is
not real. The video of his dad is
The thing is,
awesome.
sometimes I think he's doing a bit.
No, he's not smart.
But he's
not.
not. Like, because some of the things he says are so outlandish that I'm like, you couldn't possibly actually think.
Now, what's his name? I know his nickname.
Busty?
No, the other one.
Brady.
Brady, I think.
All he does is bit.
No, I think that's I think that's him.
You think so?
Yes.
Man, that hot dog looks really good.
I'd love a hot dog with ketchup and mustard on it.
Oh, at a baseball game?
Man, you can't beat a baseball game with a hot dog.
And he's not wrong about any of these
No,
things.
it's just hilarious. Then they
The
bought
kid
it.
in front of us was nursing the hot dog.
He what? Oh my gosh, he was just letting
He
it
had like
sit there.
3 bites left
Like,
for
what
like
are you
an
letting
inning
the
and a
ketchup
half.
and mustard marinate?
Yeah.
It was odd.
Eat the hot dog.
Oh, I had a hot dog last night, buddy. That was a good one, too. Had a little sear on it.
Yeah, I'll just
Some tendies too.
A little blistered skin.
kill myself.
Tendies with some honey mustard.
Oh.
God, was outstanding.
And
I love honey mustard.
cheeseburger.
And burgers. They had burger, dog,
Fingers.
chicken tendies, and they had a shrimp dip.
With some seasoned fries.
Yeah.
I mean, seasoned chips.
Chips.
It was elite.
Kill me.
Christian just said-
Buffalo Trace.
These strays are absurd. Randy Jones at Chef Wyatt will never be a salad guy. Chef says his arteries got mayonnaise in them.
The thing is, I actually do. Some salads are good. This is one of them's Billy Crystal.
Yeah, it's Billy Crystal.
I don't
What?
know who the interior person is.
The interior.
What?
The interior person?
Yeah. Well, you know
The
what I meant.
face. No, I know what you meant. I don't know
Billy
who the face
Crystal.
is. I don't know her.
Is that Billy Crystal's teeth?
No.
No, Billy Crystal's the exterior.
Beard and hair.
I know who Billy Crystal is.
That's the outside person.
I do like some salads though. Like some salads are good.
I like a salad.
A good like chicken
He's got these
Caesar
pencil
salad is
thin
pretty
lips.
good. I like when I used to work at Jason's Deli. Every once in a while, I'd go make
Yeah.
like a salad bar.
The salad bars. I love a salad bar.
Yeah, salad bar's good.
Well, salad
when you
bar's
can
great.
load it up with like the things that I want, I can get the perfect amount of dressing because some people put too much.
Or not enough.
Some people put not enough. I'm gonna put some spinach in there. You got to have the bacon bits. I liked they had feta cheese.
Uh-huh.
I love a good like little like not crunchy, but it's like it's got a little bite to it.
Yeah.
You know, the feta
Some
cheese.
cucumbers
is good.
in your salad.
I like
love
the
a
little
cucumber.
the cold mushrooms are good, and then the crispy.
Diane
onions are
Lane.
Good.
Yeah, I love a salad bar. Salad
don't know
bar.
who that is.
Salad Station also great spot because you just you build your own salad.
See,
you ever been to a salad station?
No.
It's like Subway, except it's
But for a salad.
Yeah.
Nice. Who is Diane Lane?
I don't know who
Johnny L. I've always wanted to go to the salad bar.
At Jason's Deli.
No, I go to the Rouse's because they just have chopped up ham, turkey, bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much I can put in there for it to be worth my purchase.
See, I've never tried a cold cut salad.
Oh, some ham in your salad's good.
Real, I've always thought like that's kind of odd. I would always just put chicken in it.
No, ham is good in the salad.
I'll
Chef,
I'm gonna have
ask
to
him
try
what
it.
dressing he puts on his salads.
Mayonnaise.
Watch this.
Ranch.
Ranch.
Ranch or
Chef
Caesar.
Chef said, LOL, bacon bits. Bacon bits are good in the salad.
Bacon bits. That's not like me putting like pepperoni on a salad. Like that's a
Right,
normal thing you put on salad.
Whoa.
Final quarterback to start an NFL game coached by Bill.
It's got to
Parcells.
be.
I want to say Romo.
I want to say Romo also, but I'm not 100%.
that seems like a trick.
That would be my guess.
Who was the other? Who was their backup? Because didn't he get hurt?
He did get hurt one year. I don't remember who their backup was though.
Oh, no, that was the old man that went to Oklahoma State, Brandon Whedon.
It
Was
is
that
Romo.
too? It's Romo.
Okay, we were right.
Tony Romeo.
Let's go college football. My fucking honey hole.
Torrey Smith and Stephon Diggs.
Maryland.
Yep.
Shout out to Torrey Smith. Had a fucking insane. I remember. I'll never forget. I was at TJ Ribs when he had that insane game. They had like 3 touchdowns or something the day after his brother died or something.
It's the Brett Favre moment.
Yeah. And you know what it was? I think it was the same night LSU played UCLA in the first round of the College World Series, and we lost 2-1. And like it was like 2013.
Got our butthole punch.
Might be different years. I might be getting that wrong, but Mason Katz had a home run.
Lakers?
No, they
made it.
21.
It's not the Thunder Nuggets.
Did they beat the Warriors in 21 in the play-in? And does the play-in count as the playoffs?
Yeah, that's interesting. Because I think the Warriors.
Because the Warriors won it. No, the Warriors won it in 22.
The Bulls.
Wow.
I wouldn't
That long ago?
They did miss the playoffs. I remember because Derrick Rose tore his ACL the next year.
Well, they didn't win the finals. If it was the
Oh
year
yeah,
after
you're
winning
right.
the
So it
championship
would have
was after
been
Mike in 99.
Yeah, I'm thinking
or 98.
Wow. 99. Yeah.
2000.
No, 2000.
No.
No.
99.
Lakers. It was 91, 92, 93.
96,
97,
98. 99 was the Spurs.
Yep.
I
Oh.
want to say.
2000 was,
Science.
and then it was Lakers three-peat.
Yeah.
Neptune's atmosphere mostly contains two elements that begin with the same letter.
So it's got to be. It's probably H.
Hydrogen.
I would think it's either hydrogen or
Hydrogen and helium.
But I don't know which one makes up more of the atmosphere.
Our atmosphere or theirs?
Theirs. Do you have any buddies on Neptune you can call?
Flage. You can go to the moon as long as you're back. That was a great
Helium.
quote.
Type shit.
We got that. Good work, boys. Chain restaurants. Chopsticks going into a
Oh, this,
bento box next to his name. This Japanese fast casual chain specializes in teriyaki dishes, bento boxes, and sushi.
Shrink.
is this not Panda Express?
No, Panda Express is a
No.
panda.
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 Do the thing.
Huh? What thing?
No, the little Dicky in that cipher. He's like, do the yeah.
Have you ever seen the clip of him like talking to an interviewer, and the interviewer thinks he's rapping? And he's just like talking normally, and the interview starts going like. It's so because he is kind of talking with like a little bit of flow. It's so funny.
I just remember when Panda first came out and everyone thought
Chang?
it was Future.
No, it's not PF.
It's not P.F. Chang's. Everyone thought it was Future.
Suckle.
Yeah.
What I've been.
Maybe don't do that.
Baby, don't do that.
How are you struggling to spell it? They spell it in the chat.
It's Sarku.
Oh, it's in the mall. Sarku Japan's in the mall.
Yeah, I mean, they're known for...
I've never heard of
Chicken teriyaki, delicious.
Interesting.
I should have known that.
Robert Taylor. Lou Diamond.
A&E and Netflix from 2017.
Oh, you
2012,
boys.
2017. Was this Heartland? Is this,
There's old Bob Taylor. There. Caught you going 55 and a 54.
Don't make me get Lou Diamond out here.
Why don't you boys get going?
Officer Phillips, whoop that tail, son. Pick up that
Y'all got a game Friday, huh?
Pick up that Will Bear and get him out of here.
Bear.
Longmire. My mom did watch this, I think.
Oh, Longmire Deeds.
Matt Damon narrated this 2002 DreamWorks animated film following a horse.
Well, horses are horse.
Oh, I know this.
Oh, is
I don't,
this,
I'm not, I don't know the. It's like a weird name for the horse. Like the horse's name is in it, I think, and it's like a weird like.
I know the
name.
film. I'm closing my eyes. I'm watching it right now. I can't stop thinking about Longmire. It's probably one of my favorite characters to fall into.
I
Somebody
got
with
some
rough
steeds
hands.
in Longmire.
Worked. Got a car.
You ever felt the grip of a callous hand around your cock?
That's what it feels like to drive a Ford.
F-150.
F-150.
250 diesel.
Brother.
Is that the Longmire song?
No, that's
from
the Ford
Peaky.
commercial.
Oh, I was just saying Peaky Blinders.
No, it's from the Ford commercial where they go, do you know what it feels like to drive your car through a pothole and not even be phased? And then the beat will drop and I go, hey, that's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150.
Y'all better watch out south of the border.
Why was their marketing scheme to just make women horny?
I don't know.
Like that's what it sounds like they're doing.
Spirit. Yeah, I've seen the film.
It's Spirit?
Just Spirit.
Oh yeah. Stallion of the what is it?
Cimarron.
Spicy.
Oh.
Sing it.
Sometimes all I think about is you. They played this at practice
It's
yesterday.
Heat Waves.
Heat Waves. Late nights in the middle of June.
Heat waves been freaking me out. Can't make you happier now. And the beat drops right there. Doom, doom.
You ever think about driving over a bottle? Oh, thinking about
You ever sat in Tiger?
He's good at it.
You ever sat in Tiger Stadium on a Saturday night when Mason Taylor catches a game-winning touchdown over Alabama?
It was a 2-point.
You ever seen
That's
Will
what
Campbell
that's what it feels like to drop
put
a
his
forward.
2 back feet in the ground and just buck somebody up? Brick wall, son.
You ever seen Bauer Sharp catch a pass? Oh my God!
Have you ever seen Garrett Nussmeier knock T.J. Parker's block off?
Did you?
A bow shot, little fumble. That's what they called you, huh?
It was hard watching.
Dad, not now. If you slow it down in that scene, you can see a nipple.
Have you ever seen Garrett Nussmeier
You ever watch
pull
your
a
son
read option,
lose
and
a
knock
football,
T.J. Parker's block off in the fake Death Valley?
That's Ford tough.
I'm gonna have to cut this and put the song behind it because the song the reason I'm good at it is because when I originally found the song like that they put like I heard it, I was just like shuffle one day and the song came up and I heard it and I was like, oh my, and so I went on a run for like a week of just sending my buddies videos of me saying random things.
You ever heard? We went Canadian last night too.
We did go Canadian last night.
Well, okay then.
Well, because there was a player on La Tech that was from Canada.
No way.
Oh, Grant Fontenot really running it up there, huh? 99.
Pitch is way outside.
Oh, just
Cheers, bud. Cheers, bud. Fast
Yo,
pitch.
yeah. Just a bit by the chicklets there. Keep it easy there, friend.
Oh, you got me with that fastball.
No, I don't want no trouble here, pal.
I'm not Canadian. I can't do accents well.
I'm not Canadian. I can't do accents well.
Christian's stimming in the chat right now.
What did he put?
I mean,
hold on.
You ever had?
Do you know what it feels like to barrel up a baseball in the bottom of the ninth inning? Some say it's better than sex.
You ever inseminated
But
your
I
wife?
know, but I know it's not. But I know it's not better than driving a Ford F-150.
You ever put your dick in the gas tank and left it there? The petrol.
That's how you start the new Ford.
Bow, bow, bow,
In the gas tank.
Ford tough.
Ford tough.
Didn't have to get gas for 9 months.
Ford, if you're watching, please sponsor. Would love some support. Didn't have to put gas in my car for 9 months.
That's called hybrid energy.
I'm gonna pass out. You had to put your dick in a gas tank. That's called hybrid fuel. He grunted in the microphone in the action.
Have you ever seen the video of that guy put the gas pump up his ass while he's beating off?
Yes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Have you ever fueled up yourself and your truck at the same time? That's what it feels like to drive a Ford.
A lot of people say they shit gasoline. You ever lived it? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh God.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's what you should do it when he does the voice.
I wish I could. The videos, I think they're gone. But like, there was a week where I was just sending I was just saying random things, and going, "That's what it feels like to drive." You ever drove to New Orleans and got the Godfather's taco pie?
That's what when we go to Italy to do the ranch thing.
Yeah.
The Europeans will have no fun. We'll just be like, "Have you ever put ranch on pizza?" Boom, boom, boom.
Have you ever?
They're like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?"
Have you ever had a chicken parmesan coated in marinara, and you just dropped a dollop of Hidden Valley Ranch on top of it?
Boom, 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 boom.
That's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
Have you ever ended a show before? Cold.